Hallelujah! What's up, all of you awesome, incredible, amazing, beautiful people out there? I'm your host, AJ. This is Attack the Talk. Welcome. And of course, joining me are my co-hosts, my friends, my sister, my brother from another mother, and that would be Lexi and Zach. Can we hit that applause, Lex? Can we hit that applause, please? Yeah. I want to go ahead and welcome us live in chat. Per usual, is our favorite Jaegerist, our only Jaegerist that we really enjoy, and that would be
we enjoy.
And that would be Jacob.
The only Jaegerist that we can.
That would be Jacob.
The only one that we can.
What's up, Jacob? Do me a favor, Lex. Go ahead and hit that applause for Jacob as well. You know what? Jacob is a very, very loyal friend that we have here, and we're so appreciative of Jacob. And hope you've been doing well, my friend. And I was telling Jacob, I screwed up. I screwed up last week.
Oh God.
Last week,
AJ's apology video. You saw it. You're seeing it here first.
Ended the stream without saying the code.
Oh my God, you're so right.
That's a long Snapchat streak that's been broken.
I remember seeing the code too.
We did not say the code.
I remember seeing it.
Yeah,
in
we
chat
saw
too.
it.
And I think
ahead and
we all bookmarked it in our heads.
And the thing is, we were getting to a close, I believe. And then we were getting ready to go ahead and stop, and then all of a sudden sidetrack. And then to a close, and then sidetrack.
Yeah.
And then finally to a close, and all of a sudden the bookmark was just fading, and then finally it just got lost in the abyss.
Got covered
I'm
in
sorry,
dust.
Jacob. I'm sorry.
Jacob.
So you know what that means?
That's on us.
You got to hit us with that double code today.
Yeah, we have to
hit us with that double code today. So we're going to go ahead and hit that double code at the end of the stream. And yeah, my apologies again, my friend. And Jacob says, thank you. Yes, I have been great. And he said, let's go!
Period.
Woo!
Oh God.
Woo! Let's go.
That's how you know AJ's hyped when he starts to howl.
I've been looking at Cody and be like, Cody, he went,
oh, we're going to get to the pup dates. We're going to get to the pup dates. But I want to go ahead and say at the start of the episode, we are now going to be beginning episode 7 of season 4.
Yes.
Yeah, this episode's name
7
is Assault. And it'll be part 1 of our episode breakdown discussion. Spoiler warning to all of our friends who are not caught up. And yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll do a recap. But actually, I don't think we need to do a recap, really. I can go ahead and maybe think about certain things that kind of are going to go ahead and be discussed in here. But this episode actually begins with where we left off, with that Porco moment. Because of how kind of, let's just say, Porco Galley got a little taste of some humble pie. Let's just say Titans aren't that badass when, you know, you're facing an Island Devil.
Right.
Let's say Island Devils, they know their thing or two around Titans.
Titan?
You know?
Yeah.
Devil.
Especially the Devils you're dealing with. I mean, you're talking about looking at a fucking badass little guy named Captain Levi.
I know.
Just a short man spinning around. A short Beyblade flying through the sky.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine that? Like, you think you go out there and you finally are going to go ahead and do something good for your own little, like, you know, nation and stuff. And you're like, oh my God, I get to get the founder. He's like, finally, like, think about his journey and how he's kind of like, he got fucked over by his own brother because Porco was, like, competent enough to go ahead and become the Armor Titan.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, think about Porco as the Armor Titan. We've talked about it before. We've discussed it over in the podcast. But, like, he didn't get that. And maybe it was for the better. Who knows how things would have played out over there. Maybe the things would have played out better for them. Mm-hmm. Who knows? Maybe Marcel would still be alive. Who knows? But that didn't happen. And then, you know what? He loses his brother. The same person who saves him.
Right.
The same person who's like, I don't want him to become a Titan.
Mm-hmm.
He loses him because his brother protects the one person that stole the Titan from him.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So Porco's finally like, you know what? Like, all that bullshit.
Now is my time.
I get to go ahead and now freaking claim the founder for Marley. Let's fucking go. And he goes, I got him. Next thing you know,
He felt so good too. He was like, I'm gonna rush in. I found an opening. I'm doing such a good job. And like, why can't I bite?
He's like, Peek told me not to go.
I know.
And then all of a sudden,
and the moment that he's like, I have lockjaw. Oh God. Oh God. Why can't I bite?
I know. Seriously. And he can't even run away and all that and stuff. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Levi cutting off like your jaw tendon is probably the equivalent of like a fly buzzing by your ear.
I know.
And all of a sudden your jaws are like, oh.
You're like,
I know.
what
Seriously. Like,
just happened?
Like literally the one thing you're known for, you can't even use anymore.
Yeah, I know.
They're like, oh
Dude,
shit.
you're the jaw titan. That's how easy it is to get rid of your power.
You expect it to have some armor over it, huh?
Yeah.
I know.
I know. Seriously, you would think that like that's all Levi would do is just constantly like hide in his, you know, heal, zoom, heal.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be so annoying.
It'd be so easy.
But anyway, so yeah.
Because the Jaw Titan without his jaw, it's just a little gremlin.
Yeah, it's just a little gremlin.
Just a goblin.
That's what it is.
A little goblin.
That's what it is. But yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll kind of like the recap.
Goblin
We don't have
with
to necessarily
attitude.
do a full-on in-depth recap because we're going to go ahead and start off with what we ended with last week. But yeah, I'm excited, guys, to go ahead and begin episode 7. We do not have a poll question or a Q&A this week. But if anybody in chat, we have Jacob again joining us. If Jacob or anybody else has a potential Q&A that or a poll question that you want us to post, maybe we can do a live poll that we did 2 weeks ago. We went ahead and we asked a poll question live over on stream. We at the end of the stream went ahead and we saw what the initial results were, and then we were very much surprised by how the results changed the following literally the following stream.
I screen recorded that. I'm thinking about making a reel out of it.
Really?
Because your guys' reactions is so funny.
Yeah, literally, we both were just like, oh yeah, so that's not bad. 9% difference. All of a sudden, we were like, what?
Really?
Yeah.
That's a
I have
lot
it in my
more.
camera roll right now. You both go, wait, whoa. Like,
Light bulb goes off.
Yeah,
and we're like,
exactly,
what?
exactly.
and I'm sitting there like, yeah, that's why I brought it up, guys. Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and get to our update from Jacob because it's in all caps here in chat. We want to, of course, get to it. But, of course, it's, another week, another stream. And
And we're
of
feeling
course,
good.
And we're feeling hungry.
I keep doing that, thinking the camera's up there. I don't know why I'm doing that because the light's coming from there. I'm like, we're doing so good. I'm staring at no one. What I do.
Yeah,
We're doing good.
You know what? Don't mind us, guys. We're going to go ahead and glitch out per usual. No, don't mind us. We're going to go ahead and order some food.
Can I ask you to add a song to queue as well?
Yeah, what song?
Can you add The Spins by Mac Miller?
Hey. I was thinking about it too.
I do love the Empire of the Sun playlist
it's-
we got
Oh
going
yeah, I
on.
just graduated.
It's really
Empire
good.
of the Sun and Mac Miller.
Empire of the Sun.
I love that song.
I do love Empire of the Sun.
Both of them are amazing songs.
All right, so what are we feeling? What are...
Food-wise?
Yeah.
All right, give your top threes. This is how we decide. This is the easiest way to decide food. Give your personal top threes.
Fuck, I need a minute for 2 more.
Damn. I already know what my top is. My top is, per usual, Taco Bell.
Taco Bell?
I'm thinking Taco Bell. I'm thinking... I want a chicken sandwich, but I don't know. It's kind of weird that... Is it weird that I don't want it from Chick-fil-A?
No, that's where I'm at.
No, I don't want Chick-fil-A either. I just had it.
Like, I feel like...
So we know what we don't want.
I feel like...
Popeyes?
No, I'm not a Popeyes person.
I'm thinking like KFC
Respectfully.
low-key has some... Or maybe... I was going to say maybe Wingstop. Wingstop... I feel like Wingstop takes a little while.
Yeah.
I did have Wingstop recently. I'm not gonna be into
And
it.
then I can just honestly go for like a quick like McDonald's too.
Yeah. McDonald's is always
So
easy.
I don't know. That's my top 2 right now.
Jacob says,
I
get
did-
Wendy's.
Wendy's. Uh-oh.
Can I get a Minecraft kids meal?
Yeah, Minecraft kids meal
Luca got
from-
one of those.
Really?
He has a Minecraft burger now. And a code to get a Minecraft burger or to get some kind of, I don't know, something
Wait, there's
in the game.
codes for oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, there's like in-game codes.
Can I get a Happy Meal?
Is that what we're doing? We're getting McDonald's?
We can get something else.
For the funsies of it?
Yeah, we can do that. Do you want to
Fuck
do
it,
that?
yeah, let's get McDonald's. It's easy, and it's fast. And everyone knows what they want. Everyone knows what they're
My
going
boy
to
of the month.
I finished my battle pass
it
and
is.
quit Marvel Rivals since y'all did. Okay,
wow.
Jacob, I love you. I might be going back on Marvel Rivals because Emma Frost is in now.
Damn.
And
The Switch 2, Jacob.
I just want to switch.
You guys know
to-
how much the Switch,
Switch
2
2?
costs?
Oh, you know what? I heard about like this. Speaking of kind
Wait, I
of
was
just
just-
topic of tariffs,
yeah,
like
just-
you can't pre-order those anymore.
Nope, they canceled
No.
the pre-order. Yeah.
you can't anymore.
So
I heard
Switch
about
2.
that.
We're talking about Switch 2, right? You're gonna say that you heard about the Switch 2.
Yeah, how
You know
much?
how much it is? $450.
What?
Guess how
Yeah.
much games cost?
I heard about
Oh
it.
shit! I'm guessing games
One
would be.
game is $80.
80, right? Yeah,
I was gonna
isn't that
say-
Guess how
crazy?
much?
I heard about
A
it.
$530 investment for just one game.
Yeah, one game on that console.
And it's probably going to be the new Mario Party, Mario Kart, Pokemon. Yeah, that's about it. Those are going to be like the big 3. Oh, the Donkey Kong game is going to be
Yeah.
fucking nuts. 44 years since our last Donkey Kong game.
Right. Damn.
And it's just Odyssey 2 on some
I'm
real
selling
shit.
my Switch 1 and some
On
controllers.
some real shit. I put my Switch Lite from Japan up on OfferUp.
Oh, really? Period.
I put it up with Mario Kart.
Oh, a Switch Lite?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, valid.
I put it up with Mario Kart and Pokemon Sword for I put it up for 175 on OfferUp, and then I put it up for 200 on Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
Because it's got the box, it's got the charger and everything. Ooh, those are sick. See, I want to get like a regular Switch. I don't think I'm gonna get Switch 2, cause
I don't even know what Switch I have. What Switch did you get me? What kind of Switch do I have? I don't even know.
does it have the dock?
Yeah,
It's just a Switch.
Yeah, I think I just got you.
I got a Switch. And I
That
love
or
that
the
thing.
XL?
The amount of Super Volley Blast I play on that thing. Addictive.
Yeah.
Damn.
Monster Hunter has still been taking over my life. I don't know how high Marco's level is, but it's probably
Oh,
like
God.
damn near max
It's probably incredibly
or
high.
maxed. I'm at 66 now.
I might text him and ask him.
Hey, is he in a guild? I'll text
Just
him.
graduated.
I'll text him. I'll join his guild.
Also, this weekend.
I'm so excited for this.
This weekend is our concert.
I know.
Concert that we're going to. Wow, we're going to the Attack on Titan Orchestra
I
concert.
think I know what dress I'm
with some
wearing.
rock and roll.
I have my outfit prepped.
Just a
Yeah.
cute black dress. Gonna
Jacob
do it
says
up with some
Adventure Time on
jewelry.
Fortnite tomorrow. Save my.
Oh, that
$10.
might actually
Oh
get me
right,
to want
they
to
are
play
gonna have
Fortnite.
Adventure Time.
Oh.
I
Sabrina
do love
Carpenter is the
Adventure
new Music Pass right now.
Has there
and
been
she's
anything
everywhere.
like going on with that where it's like kind of like people are being fucking sickos about it?
About what?
The Sabrina Carpenter thing? Is that Tish?
What's up,
There's an
Tish?
AOT
Hi, Tish.
concert? Damn right
Yeah,
there
and we're
is.
going to it.
Welcome,
Yeah, it's got a
Tish.
full
Do me a
live
favor, Lex.
orchestra.
Can you hit the applause for Tish?
Already on.
Welcome.
Already on it. What's
Welcome
up,
back.
bro?
And
What's up?
that's right. And yeah, we're going to a concert this weekend, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cool. We get to go ahead and hear all the AOT classics and stuff, and I might cry.
There's gonna be great
No, I'm gonna
visuals
cry.
up too.
No, really?
I'm pretty sure because Eddie sent me a video and it looks like they have like a big old screen above them.
Oh shit,
like,
dude!
AOT
I'm ready to get some
visuals.
actual AOT
I'm gonna
scenes.
cry.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
cry so many
gosh.
times. Eddie, don't judge us. We're gonna cry.
Those claps, I feel so appreciated. Yeah, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. That's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, it's honestly there's gonna be
Here, I can just show you guys a video. Eddie
certain
sent
songs are just gonna get me my feels.
Your turn.
You know, I already know it's just gonna be certain songs in my
Appreciate it.
feels, and
me. That's okay.
yeah, I don't know, but I'm excited for it. But Tish, let us know how your week was. Anything cool happen? And
To buy one get one free for the Happy Meals.
oh wow, there you
Oh,
go.
I mean,
That's what it says. More to explore.
As long
down
as
here
there's
at the
toys.
bottom. I don't know how that works.
Jacob's asking, how about One Piece? I wish I wasn't caught up. I missed it. However, I did watch. What
I
is
watched
that?
3D2Y movie today. What's 3D2Y?
3D2Y. 3D2. What is?
I
Oh,
just
It's a
finished
One Piece movie. 3 days, 2 years. When he goes to Marineford.
okay. Oh shit.
I haven't even seen that.
Damn.
Is it about like what they do on their time skips, or is it
That's
just like a
crazy.
recap?
You know what? That's what sucks about being caught up, man. You know, when you go out there and you have to now wait. Like, you have to wait. Like, not just weekly. Like, you're at the mercy of, I don't know, just whenever they decide to go ahead and come back from breaks. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And this is, like, for me, as, like, a sub, like, not a sub, as a dub watcher,
Right.
like, I have to wait for them to dub it.
Right.
So it's kind of crazy.
Oh, it's back.
It's back.
Follow.
Like Zach
your
Hewed it again?
dreams. I didn't.
Marco says he thinks he's at level 95
Shit.
for Monster
Fuck,
Hunter.
man.
And that just says I just finished Epic the
Grinder.
musical, and honestly, as a big theater nerd, it's so good. Wow.
Epic, like the animated movie Epic? Because I loved that thing when I was younger.
I think it's. Are you talking about the one that the dude's been posting on TikTok? The one about like Odysseus? I think that's what it is. There's like I've seen it on TikTok.
Epic.
It's huge. Yeah.
Explain
We need clarification. Por favor.
before I get too excited. Yeah, Jorge.
Oh. That was a bad toss. That was all me.
Studio.
Here, I'll
Alright.
pull up. First, I'll pull up what Eddie sent me. Top drawer. Where is it?
Okay, it's the Odyssey told in song.
It's the Odyssey told in song. Damn.
Odyssey told in song?
Wow.
That sounds interesting as
Epic
hell.
the musical. Wow. Some crazy stuff right there. But it sounds freaking like exactly like the name. Sounds epic.
Yeah, it sounds epic.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
All
Yeah.
caps.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a big theater nerd.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it at all. I mean, we all have our kind of like stuff that we are
I mean,
super interested in and stuff, you know.
we're like 4 years into an Attack on Titan podcast, so.
Oh yeah. Nothing wrong with it.
AJ, you,
like-
caught up yet, brother?
You know what's crazy, Jacob, is that I go ahead and I'm like, oh hey, update guys. I went ahead and I started watching One Piece again, and then all of a sudden time just goes by and I'm like,
Yeah.
shit, I haven't watched One
And
Piece.
the moment that you go like 2 days in a row,
Yeah.
it just is really hard to get back.
Yeah. So I'm not, unfortunately, Jacob. Don't
You gotta break
judge
the
me
cycle.
harshly, man.
I've been watching more Black Mirror with Dad.
Oh, getting a Hamilton
liking
tattoo this week.
Hamilton
Damn.
tattoo.
that's sick.
Period.
Okay.
Theater nerd.
All right, Tish. Tattoos. Do you have quite a bit of them? Is this going to be like a part of like a sleeve action or something, or is it going to be
Yeah,
like
what's
first
the
tattoo?
what's the canvas looking
Is your
like?
first tattoo going to be a Hamilton tattoo? Interesting. Because you can see here, I got myself some tats, but a lot of them are anime
Just a
related.
couple.
You can see Lexi got her tats. Zach's hiding his. Is right there, you know, he's got one right there. We got our tats. You know, Jacob's thinking about getting an Eren Yeager tattoo, right? I mean, that's what Jacob told me. He wants to go ahead and get an Eren
Yeah.
Yeager tattoo. There's nothing wrong with that. I thought about getting the like that illustration of the
The panel of his eyes.
of the dark kind of evil looking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
That
what I
one is
wanted
so
to
good.
do, but
Should get a huge back piece with Aaron's founding Titan.
yeah.
I have 4. Not getting a
do
sleeve.
a
That'll
back
look
piece?
too heavy, but I have a chopper tattoo, a dragon, a matching tattoo with my sister, and a flower for my mommy. Shout out moms. Shout out moms
the
for
moms
real.
out there. That's awesome. And so wholesome.
Hey, I got my mom's birth flower with his birth flower and the rest of the family's birth flower.
That's so cool. Yeah, a chopper and a mom tat.
Yeah, a chopper tattoo with and a mom tat and a dragon.
There you
And
go.
now Hamilton.
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
love how tattoos just let us know who people are, like who they are.
Jacob's getting a
personality-wise.
tattoo of Tish. He's just getting your like username
Oh, I'm getting
handle.
a tattoo of Tish. Got it.
He's getting your username. Latin Babbler, do you need a reference? Is that Latin Babbler's in there? I thought that was Jacob.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Latin Babbler said I'm
Babbler's
getting
in
a
chat.
tattoo.
What's up? So Latin
Hi, Latin
Babbler
Babbler.
is getting a tattoo of Tish.
And she asked, "Do you need a reference?"
Oh yeah. Can we hit that applause for Latin Babbler? Shout out. What's up? Hopefully you're doing well and
Oh, this is the epic.
Yeah, this is epic.
Yeah, she was just explaining it.
Epic the musical.
Yeah.
I wonder if
People
Latin
have been-
Babbler knows of
People
Epic
have
the
been
musical.
animating it on TikTok like crazy.
Oh really?
Yeah. It actually sounds really well composed.
Right on. Hell yeah. Good
Thanks
stuff.
for coming in chat. Hello.
All right. So we've been waiting, Zach. Give us the pup dates.
He's grown.
He's grown a lot.
Yeah.
Zach showed me like some videos
Oh, here.
before
No, they grow so
before we went
freaking
to
fast.
stream. And it's only been what?
Like
A
2 weeks.
day.
It's been.
a day before. It's
It's
almost
2
weeks,
weeks
right?
as of tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked him up at 4 p.m. 2 weeks ago on
2
Friday.
weeks. Oh wow.
There's nothing scary in my
Okay.
camera roll. You can look at all Coda pictures. Those go bottom
Thanks
up.
for clarifying.
Go bottom up because the videos of them all together are at the bottom.
That's crazy because I think it was last week.
Oh my
Zach went
God.
ahead and showed a video of your little pup.
Little puppy baby boy.
Little,
Yeah, of like what?
Coda and your cat
yeah.
Kenai, and the cat Kenai is bigger than Coda.
Marginally bigger.
And all of a sudden, in the video you showed me before we streamed, yeah, like Coda's pretty much
They're like the same size.
size.
Yeah. He's grown by a factor of
No.
like 0.5.
Kenai's still
Yeah.
pretty chunky.
Yeah, he's a chubby cat. No, that dog has been my entire life this last week. Like, picking up shit, picking up piss.
Yeah.
But it's okay. He's so awesome.
Big old
That's good.
schnoz.
He's now learned that when we come inside, We go directly to my bedroom. He sits down and he lets me wipe his paws with the puppy wipes, and he lets me brush his hair.
Yeah.
So we are on day 3 of successful wiping and brushing on return into the home after work.
He's so
There
cute.
I love him.
Just a
Oh
classic
my
younger
god, the
sibling
difference in the
girl
videos of
For real.
like just the video from like a week ago between him in Trouble playing versus
Now.
the video at the bottom
Yeah.
of him in Trouble playing.
That's a marginal
Like-
difference.
To go from okay, AJ, I gotta show you this.
He's so much smaller than her.
To go from
Yes, Game of Thrones is fire, Jacob. You would love it.
they are so cute
That's a tall sister. She almost
God.
as tall as
Yeah.
me and AJ.
to
Like it was just like different
Yeah,
Pokeballs.
last season's kind of a letdown.
just different
this
Pokeballs.
now.
Yeah, that's the one you showed me.
Size now.
Yep. Crazy.
Kenai still.
They grow up so fast.
They do.
Kenai's still the big brother for another week.
Yeah. For another week.
Okay.
Enjoy it.
Jacob.
That means Blue's gonna
I
be
overheard Lexi's blurry.
Oh,
I overheard Zach say something about Game of Thrones.
You see his
And,
dog tags?
I did. It's so cute.
Tiff says Game of Thrones is good. Skip the last season. I actually kind of low-key agree.
Skip the last
You know what's crazy, Tish, and to everybody else who I haven't told this to?
This
I
bush,
fucked up.
flat.
I was
Yeah.
living with
It
buddies.
doesn't exist.
I remember you showing that to me.
watched,
It's so good.
Game of Thrones.
now
I
it's
did not watch
just
Game of Thrones.
Really?
And
Like the leaves are all crushed down.
my introduction to Game of Thrones
See the pit of it? And
was the final season.
Well, he's big now.
The final season is what I started off Game of
He's
Thrones
so
with.
much heavier.
So I guess in a way I started off with an ultimate like hello. And then when I was watching
So there
Game of
was
Thrones,
nowhere left to go but up.
oh, it was all yeah, it was only up from there, you know. But yeah, I went ahead and I watched it, and for me, like not knowing the whole context of like, there was what the final season, what season 8, I think.
Yeah, 8
So like the other 7 seasons, I did not know anything about. I didn't know the characters and stuff like that. So I'm watching season 8. I'm like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool. Like wow, this is so cool. And I'm like, not understanding the lore. You know?
Yeah.
And so then I went ahead and I started watching, and I was like, as I'm getting deeper over into Game of Thrones, and I'm like watching everything and stuff. Of course, no spoilers because you know, like Jacob, Game of Thrones is. I feel like that's something where it's kind of like there are shows that happen in like. I feel like there's a list of shows within like let's say like a decade or whatever that's always like a must watch, you know. And I feel like Game of Thrones is in that kind of category.
100%.
So the water bottle Starbucks season.
Yeah.
That's season
That
8
was a
for you.
letdown, man.
Yeah. So I mean, season 8 is what it is. You can tell it's very, very rushed, but yeah. So I mean, everything else prior to that, I mean, it's so good. You go ahead and you watch. You might want to go ahead and I don't know if you got to hit the other one. Well, yeah, that might work too. What Lab Babbler say? At season 8, all the actors gave up, and you couldn't have.
Grimace.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Better than Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, though? Okay.
Fuck no.
I think Land Babbler
gotta
can go
watch
ahead.
that.
Oh, Grimace. I think Land Babbler can probably let you know and talk more about Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit because I told Land Babbler that I have not seen any of that. And Land Babbler's like, okay, you know what? We're going to have a full-on binge session and stuff like that, in which we haven't done yet. And I'm like scared to do that if we do end up doing that.
It's going to be such
that's a
great
Oh my god, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
And
Having too much.
But yeah, Land Babbler can go ahead and kind of, I guess, let you know, Jacob,
Great.
if Lord of the Rings is better than Game of Thrones.
Sorry.
No. No, it's not.
Yeah.
need to watch
Interesting.
that.
It just says Lord of the Ring supremacy. I have the One Ring.
One ring to rule them
Land Babbler says not a good comparison. Interesting. All right. So maybe that means that they both kind of stand on their own.
Yeah, they're different. They're very different.
And plus, obviously, we're talking about a TV series and like a movie chain, you know,
Yeah.
like a movie franchise.
It's like comparing it to Star Wars.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. So if you compared Rings of Power series, maybe compare. Interesting. Yeah, that's right. They do have a series as well. Yeah, I haven't watched any of that. Ring of Power makes season 8 look good. Oh, yeah, I'll take your word for it. Oh shit, that's crazy. You know what else is crazy? And you know, we can go ahead and talk about this because we ourselves are streaming, but we are not streaming out over in foreign countries.
No.
What's up with these streamers that go over there and let's say they're, you know,
About
U.S.
speed.
citizens and they think they can go ahead and do like fucking stupid shit and they end up getting arrested?
Yeah, and then there's this. Yeah.
Like there's two that I don't know what their names are, but there's two that like I don't know. One went to like I don't know if it was Japan or one went somewhere. I don't know. But he was the guy who went ahead and essentially said, you know, if you have a problem with it, go ahead and fucking do something about it or whatever. And then next thing you know, literally where he's at, people are coming up to him and fucking punching him and they're like going after him and like
Good.
chasing him and stuff, you know.
what
And he
you
ended up
get.
getting arrested because, again,
Disturbing the
fact checked and go ahead and see what these stories are. But I'm pretty sure the guy got arrested because there's some sort of like very symbolic statue that has to do with, you know, I think women's rights and stuff,
Yeah.
and also has to do with like, you know, just
Very
women's
valued
safety and all that.
for their
And
culture.
the guy went ahead and pretty much did some very provocative gestures to the statue. And then he ended up getting, you know, arrested, and I think he's going to be serving some time, like, you know, as he should.
Good.
And there's another guy too where he's a Russian dude. I'm blanking on his name, but he's very popular as well. And he's another American, and he's going around over in the Philippines, right? Mm-hmm. And he is just, you know, being a dipshit. He's out there and disturbing the peace, stealing shit, and you know, there's one clip that I saw where he approached a woman. He goes, hey you, and she's wearing a mask, whatever, and this and that, right? He goes, hey you, and he tries to get her to stop, and he goes, I'm gonna fucking rob you. And she goes out there and she stops and he kind of like this, and he goes out there and he kind of like tries to like almost like pull something out of like whatever bag he got, and she continues walking, like avoids him, and he goes out there, he's like, take off your mask, you liberal fuck, whatever, and stuff like that. We're not getting to the politics of everything, but he's just disturbing the
like,
peace,
literally just harassing.
and
that
then
woman.
he steals like
You're going into someone else's home and causing a scene.
and then he goes out there
doing
and
it
he
in the
steals.
Philippines too. Those
He steals an
Filipino people have
industrial
nothing-
fan as well too. He steals an industrial
Nothing
fan,
means
right?
Right.
And then he's just like so, and they end up, you know, arresting him as well. And I remember he was, I
they
guess,
don't do
telling
that.
he was telling his cameraman who is on the run, I guess, and you're also looking for him too. But he's like, hey, you know, hey, if I get arrested, what's the worst thing they can do? I'm probably gonna deport me, or I'm gonna, you know, like what, like a day in jail. And then, so he thinks that maybe nothing's gonna happen,
Yeah,
but
he thinks slap on the wrist.
they did a full on, like they arrested him, and they did a full on like a televised.
like a court hearing.
Well, he's gonna be. I don't know what is. I guess they're gonna do some sort of sentencing.
Yeah.
And they're gonna go ahead and make an example of him essentially.
They did
Of
like
course.
a walk.
They did like
televised-
almost like some sort of like
like a crib walk.
I don't know what the fuck but yeah, it was like televised and stuff, you know, and they want to go ahead and make an example of him because they don't want, you know, this to kind of be like what people do, you know, like any tourists and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I saw that, I was like,
should be
so
just
fucking crazy.
Common sense,
You know?
Their defense is always, well, you know, I'm American.
Yeah.
I'm American.
Johnny Salami. Who the
Johnny
fuck
Salami
is Johnny
or some-
Salami?
Is that who one of them are?
It's crazy.
New Orleans now, and in Puerto Rico, if you go to La Perla, or I can't read.
La Perla.
La Perla, you get your ass whooped by locals.
Yeah.
As it
Valid.
should be if you ask. Yeah, and then it just says play
Should
stupid
be.
games, win stupid prizes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like their defense is always
yeah.
like, I'm American. You
Johnny
can't arrest me.
Salami
I'm
or
American.
something. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Oh, the Russians guys, Vitaly.
Really? Vitaly?
Yeah, I think that's his name, Vitaly.
Okay.
Gross.
Yeah, got arrested, and so you know, we'll see what ends up happening to him. But I mean, yeah,
There's
it's
a couple
crazy.
of really stupid guys out
Yeah,
there.
and then also just to continue on the same narrative of stupidity. So
The audacity.
you know, Lex, you and I, we're fans. Our family is fans of Big Brother,
Of course.
right? The show.
I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna
And
talk
then-
about Celebrity Big Brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a Big Brother UK.
I was just talking about this with
and I saw
with
this.
my friends.
I heard about this literally today, and there's
been all
there's
over
some
my
story
Twitter.
going on about freaking, you know, Mickey Rourke
yeah.
and JoJo Siwa.
It was already problematic enough.
Yeah, and Mickey Rourke's being
for
homophobic
being, like-
as fuck.
Yeah, and like Loki, he's just being really, really.
Like he literally tells her, he asks her like, you know, if she's into guys or girls, right, or whatever, and then he
Into
says
guys
like,
or
if,
girls?
he goes, if I stay in the house longer than 4 days, I'm gonna turn you straight or something like that, or
No, he said, I can probably recite the whole video. I've seen it so many times now.
it's so
'cause it's been
crazy,
all over.
and that's just the start of it.
Yeah, he
Actually,
just
I have
starts
not
off.
seen this video.
He starts off. They're gonna walk. Well, he first goes up to her because he's like, "Where's the smoke room?" He's like, "Where can we smoke?" And she was like, "Oh, come on, I'll show you." And as she's walking out, he just goes, you like guys or girls? And she goes, girls. I like girls. And he goes, I know. I could tell. And she was like, well, my partner is non-binary. And we're very happy together. But anyways, the smoke vapor room is right there. And then they separate. And he's sitting at like, okay, so if you guys have ever seen Big Brother, the distance is like she's sitting at the pool and he's at the pool table. You know?
Yeah.
Like that far enough distance.
Yeah.
Everyone is outside right now. Everyone can hear it. And oh God, he says like, okay, well, it's crazy. We're not going to know each other at all in like 4 days. And everyone's like, 4 days. And he was like, if I make it longer than 4 days, then she'll be straight. Or like, she's not gay, something like that.
Yeah, then
and
she
she
won't
was
be
like,
gay.
I promise you I'll still be gay and I'll still be in a very happy relationship. And he was like, well, not if I'm still here. And they're like trying to laugh it off. And he says, I'll tie you up. Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
Isn't that insane? He
That's
says, not
psychopathic.
if I'm still here. I'll tie you up.
Tie you up.
Oh, Latin
And they
Bad
start
Bear hit us
laughing.
with the
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I dare you to try. Yeah.
Yeah, dance so much.
Yeah.
I guarantee I'll still be gay. Yes, did I not just say that?
Yep.
I'm so good at this.
Yeah.
He
I'll
said,
tie
I'll
you
tie
up.
you up. Exactly. He retorted and he said, I dare you to try. You'll be the one tied up.
Yeah.
And then he goes on.
I'm like
and
Latino TMZ.
yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
I choose
And
the
then it
bear
doesn't even
too.
end there.
Yeah.
So then a little bit of time passes by and you could tell that she's uncomfortable and she's trying to be like, like, I promise you I'll still be gay. And
Go ahead and keep telling.
he starts asking, okay.
Yeah.
And he starts asking people, he was like, so who are you guys going to vote out? And they're like, I don't think we're allowed to talk about that. And they're like, I don't
the
think we're allowed to
answer's
talk
you,
about
bro.
that. And he goes, I'm going to vote out the lesbian. I'm going to vote out the lesbian. And she hears.
You know
and
what's crazy is it's less work to say JoJo.
Yeah, literally.
It's so much less
work. He's I'm going to vote out the lesbian. And he's like smiling the whole time, thinking that he's having a funny haha moment. And
Wrong crowd, bro. Know your crowd.
and then obviously JoJo hears. She turns over and she's like, she goes, that's homophobic. If that's the only reason why you're voting me out, then that's pretty homophobic, man. And she's like trying to laugh about it
Yeah.
because she's uncomfortable. And then he starts talking, like making some jokes or something. And then he was like, oh yeah, well we're in the smoke room.
Oh,
That's so cute.
Is that Zach's?
Yeah, that's definitely
Go
Zach.
ahead and pass it over
I
to
get
Zach.
And then
Cheap. Oh my
he was,
God.
and then obviously he's
Drinks, right?
referencing.
Yeah.
Obviously he's referencing that he's
Dr. Pepper.
Nice.
that he's in the smoke room, and he goes, guys, I'm sorry if this offends you. I'm gonna say a word, but I'm gonna say it anyways. While I pass over this food.
Appreciate it.
He was like, he yells out in front of into the entire yard. He goes, I need a fag.
Yeah, he does that.
And he's like, oh, and he goes, oh, not you, and points at JoJo. And she was like, what? Like, you could tell she's trying to smile it off. And then the guy sitting next to him goes, Mickey, you can't say that. You can't say that kind of stuff. He was like, I'm talking about a cigarette. He's like, I know, but you can't say that. You cannot say that. Like, that's pretty rude.
On television.
And then, like, eventually Mickey Rourke goes inside, and then that same guy goes up to JoJo. And he's like, listen, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And they hug, and JoJo's like bawling her eyes out in his chest.
Really?
Yeah. Because he was like, I know. It was very shocking. I know.
Mickey
So-
Rourke is just.
I don't even know why they have Mickey Rourke on there. Oh my God, you got a freaking creeper?
Nice. Did you get fries, Lex, or no?
I did not.
Okay.
I only got 2 burgers and an icy.
Oh shit. I didn't get your icy.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill him. Are you serious?
Yeah, look, there's. I'll go ahead and I'll.
We'll get some of your money. Yeah, this is not heavy enough.
No.
Damn, that's kind of fucked up. I ordered
Yeah,
the medium icy.
The creeper should blow up on that bag.
Lexi didn't get
Hey,
her.
should we throw the creeper at the McDonald's and see if it blows up?
I know.
No, the creeper's got to do it itself. You know, it's got
Yeah.
bodily autonomy.
My bad.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke on a show like Big Brother, I know.
You can tell he has no idea what's happening because he goes, "Who you guys voting out?" And everyone's like, "We're not supposed to talk about that." He goes, "Oh, well, I'm gonna vote out the lesbian." Like, okay, cool, Mickey. Oh my God.
Yeah, there's another Big Brother story. Where, like, it was another celebrity edition, but it was the U.S. And then it was two athletes. It was former basketball player, Meta World Peace, known as his name Ron Artest, and he was voting, right? And his ally is former UFC fighter Chuck Liddell.
A napkin I can have?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And then Chuck Liddell's on the block, and they're trying to go and save him, right? So you go into the diary room to go ahead and cast your vote on who you want to evict. Mm-hmm. And so Ron Artest goes in there. His buddy's Chuck Liddell. He wants to save him. He wants to vote out the other person. He goes into the room and he goes, I vote Chuck. Right? Mm-hmm. Anyways, Chuck Liddell gets voted out.
Yeah.
Right? And everybody's like, wait, what? What's going on here? I think he was voted out literally by like one vote. Right? And then Ron Artest is telling everybody, he goes, no, I did vote. I voted for Chuck. I voted. They're like, wait, you voted for him? He goes, dude, you voted him out. Mm. It's like you can tell they just bring in like celebrities who don't like they don't know how to play the game. But
they just got like a deal given to them by their manager or their agent, and they're like, sure. I'm going this game show.
You already know we'd go ahead and be on Big Brother.
Yeah, we're going on Celebrity Big Brother.
Nah.
Because clearly we're celebrities.
And if we did, we know what we're doing compared to, the other celebrities.
I'd rather go on Celebrity Big Brother. We actually know what we're doing.
Yeah. All right.
I'll be Zingbot.
Yeah, there you go. Zingbot. I want to be on Dr. Phil. Very cool.
You want to be on Dr. Phil or you want to meet Dr. Phil? Because getting on Dr. Phil is not a good thing.
I know. All right. Anybody else got any updates? Any fun stuff you guys anybody did this past week?
I didn't do it, but I'm gonna do it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to Italy.
What?
Period.
Italy? Mm-hmm. Alone? Family? Damn. Okay.
Good for you, man.
I'll elaborate. So, my parents were gonna go on like a month-long trip to Italy because they got a cruise from Italy to some other country back down to Italy.
Uh-huh.
But my dad found out he has to come back the day after the cruise. They're not going to stay the extra 2 weeks. My mom wanted to stay. My dad said, no. I understand. Mm-hmm. But he goes, because she pestered him, if you can get Zach to go, you can stay for a week.
Oh.
I also wasn't.
Tactic?
Yeah. So she comes over to me. She goes, do you want to go to Italy? No hotels, no nothing. Just flight. Just flight. Whatever food or stuff you buy out there.
Else. Here's a flight.
Yeah.
What an icy, man. But no, thank you. I appreciate it, though.
So then, little negotiation.
Yeah, but... So yeah, she convinced me and now we're going.
Okay.
Abby and Nate are now also going.
Oh, cute. Okay. That's going to be so much fun for you.
Anybody else in chat been to Italy? What?
Oh my God, Murray, no!
Well, Jacob says I want to tell Dr. Phil and everyone about One Piece. Interesting. And Tish says I want to go to Mori just to be on the camera, just to be the camera person. Good cardio. That's right, I forgot about it. Going and chase people
no,
backstage.
It's so good.
And Latin Babbler's been to Rome. Ooh, Rome.
Fun update I'm going to be doing is picking up Luca from the airport tomorrow.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm so excited. We bought
to Rome twice and conquered that shit. That's hell yeah.
Family Feud. Hell yeah, I would love to be on Family Feud.
That'd be sick.
You would not hear the end of my good answer. Good answer.
Would you be one of the two that go in the final? Whatever they call it. You know what? I had to go ahead and say 5 answers on the board.
I don't know if I could do it. No, I can do it.
Go ahead and I'd crumble
I can
under
do it.
pressure.
No, I can do it.
Pressure.
I don't know.
I'm an overthinker.
I won't know.
You don't
until
even
I'm
have to
there.
think, man. That's the thing. You can't be an
just
overthinker.
shoot whatever the first thing that you think of. You just spit
I
it
play a
out.
lot of games like that with my friends, so I feel like I'd be good at it.
Well, let's try it out.
Okay, I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
I'm so happy I got a little creeper now. He's just creeping and shit. Oh, it has it on the box. Dude, I didn't even look at the box before I opened it. I just opened it. It was like, oh, Pog.
Yeah, Luca bought 2 Happy Meals and he got 2 burgers.
Damn.
They're both burgers.
They said, oh, you want to eat here so bad?
Here.
Here's some more food, huh?
They probably packaged it and was like, this dude's ordering 2 Happy Meals. He probably wants twice the amount of toys. Just give him the same one. Mess with him. You're like, okay.
They do that shit on purpose. They have to.
Get me on Family Feud of One Piece and I'll be goated.
There you go.
That'd be easy money right there.
My family would give such bad answers and we'll just start yelling in our accents.
All yelling
funny.
over each other. Those 2 episodes were so good.
One Piece?
Yeah.
Is this Saint Motel? Sounds like him.
You know, his melt.
Melt. Sounds like the lead singer from Saint Motel.
All right, Lex, ready?
Oh,
We're going to do a quick couple rounds of Family Feud.
okay. Well, can I finish chewing?
No.
Family Feud.
No.
dude.
Okay, sorry. My
Here we
bad.
go.
My bad.
Says, name a fictional character who has great strengths. We have 6 answers.
Hercules.
Hercules, yes. That is, I had to tell you what place
Yeah,
is on the
what
board,
placement.
right? Okay, number 2 on the board.
Okay, it's number 2.
Nice.
All right.
Popeye.
Are we going just you, or are we going back and forth?
Oh, shit. Go ahead.
You want to go? You want to play Zach too? Or you want to do
Jacob
your own?
says Luffy.
You want to do your own round?
Jacob answers Luffy.
I'll do my own round.
Own round, okay. So Lexi's got 6 answers. She has no
You already
strikes.
said Popeye.
Sure, you said
I did say Popeye.
Popeye. That is correct. That is number 6 on the board.
And there's
Right.
6 in total?
6 in total. So you got
Okay.
4 answers left.
Can you restate the question, please?
You can go ahead and get help in chat. Hey, the beautiful Zebra Cakes is here in chat.
Zebra cakes.
The Powerpuff Girls, interesting.
It was characters with.
Name a fictional character who has great strength. You said Hercules, the number 2 answer, and you said a Popeye, the number 6 answer.
The number 1 answer is the Hulk.
The Hulk is an answer. Number 4. Number 4 answer.
Number 4.
Yeah,
You guys know
Tisha's
what the
saying
number
should chat tally points. If you want to. It's up to you, chat.
Well, I get 3
It's
strikes.
up to you, Tish. Or you just kidding?
Luffy, the Powerpuff Girls. I'm gonna say
So far, no strikes.
known for their incredible strength.
Incredible
I think
strength.
there's like an obvious one.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about like big characters right now. Incredibly strong.
Incredibly strong.
You're thinking size.
Yeah.
Think feats.
Also think of like
Fictional.
popularity status too.
Yeah. What are
Superman?
people- That's what I was thinking.
Number 1 answer,
Okay.
Superman.
There it is. That's what I was thinking.
Got it.
You're missing a number 3 and number 5. And no strikes.
Number 3 and the number 5 answer.
Also, I know that normally there's a time limit, but for the sake of, you're doing a damn good job.
She's chewing.
You're also
between
chewing as well.
guesses, Yeah.
You know? I'm like, I'm hosting and I'm also storming.
Yeah. Okay, so it goes Superman, Hercules.
Hercules. Don't
Hulk?
know.
Okay, don't know.
Forrest
Incredible
Hulk.
Hulk. Don't know.
Don't know.
Popeye. Oop, that's an incredible sound.
Yeah, I might
Now-
do that too. No hints.
No
From-
hints.
From
We surveyed 100 U.S. Americans. And they said the top 6 answers. What would they say? They would say,
oh my.
I know. That's honestly what I thought of. I was like,
You
oh
gotta
my.
give me an answer because there's been some time.
I know, it has.
Or else I'm taking your
Goku.
first strike. I'm giving you the count of 5, 4, 3, 2.
Goku.
Give me an answer. Goku is not
Yeah, I
on
didn't
the
think they were going to
board.
answer that. Okay.
Okay, so you have
Known for their incredible strength.
Yeah. Should we do 3 strikes or should we go ahead and do 2 strikes? Just because. No, well, you know what?
I say 3. 3
3.
strikes, you're out.
Yeah.
Not Johnny
We got Wonder
Bravo.
Woman,
Hi, Zebra Cake.
Spider-Man, Johnny Bravo.
Dang.
You're gonna get your other strike.
Over here looking around the room for inspiration.
I can tell you that if you look around the room, I'm pretty sure there is inspiration.
Really? Period. A hint.
Very, very small inspiration, though.
It said small.
Aaron Yeager. I'm kidding. It's like, yeah, that's the number one. Van Gogh.
I can tell you, if you listen to somebody in chat, you might be able to go ahead and get your answer.
What? Spider-Man?
Has to be Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is your number 5 answer.
Number 5 is Spider-Man.
No,
Really?
number, what are you missing? We're
3
missing,
and 5.
No, Spider-Man was number 3. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Number 5 is the one you're missing.
So who's weaker than Spider-Man?
And this one, I don't think Lex is gonna get.
Really?
Can I guess?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
He-Man.
going to pass it.
For the steals, that gets
He-Man.
all the
That
points,
was a good-
imagine.
I know.
No, so it's not.
Winner
It
gets
is
all.
He-Man.
Oh, is it really?
He-Man
is.
was the 5th.
Nice
Answer
job.
Very, very cool.
I don't know where that came from, to be honest with you. I wasn't thinking He-Man
Yeah, I
at
don't think I
all.
would have gotten it.
All right, you ready,
He-Man.
Zach?
That's good.
Yeah, hit me with it.
You have 5 answers. Okay? This is going to be your question. To name a precious stone.
Diamond.
Number 1 answer, diamond.
Emerald.
Number 3 answer.
Sapphire.
Oh,
Ruby?
shit. Number 2 answer.
Yeah.
So what do I have?
You're
Emerald.
missing number 4.
I have
You're missing
emerald,
number
ruby.
5.
I have Emerald, Ruby, Diamond.
Yes, you have the top 3 answers.
I wouldn't say quartz is. Quartz. Fuck.
You have 1 more chance.
Summer day.
Thinking of Pokemon games and shit.
I know. You're like,
I think that might help you with one of your answers.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
No, wait. Can't be Crystal. Is it Crystal? No, that's not my answer.
You haven't committed to that one.
Pearl.
Zebra Cake's with it too. That is your number
I didn't
5
guess.
answer.
Pearl's considered a stone?
I didn't.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
So now, yeah, the number 4 answer that's missing.
Platinum's not a crystal. It's not a Pokemon game, that's for sure.
So it can't be a crystal. It must be a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
I have one
Why
guess
is
that hasn't
Tish
been
saying
said
the
yet.
power of the bowl cut? What
I
did I
don't
miss
know.
in chat?
What's the bowl cut?
Is that me?
Oh, that's He-Man. He-Man.
Oh, He-Man. Is that me?
like just like taking it personal, huh?
Sorry, I
One
started
strike or 2
projecting.
strikes?
You have 2.
Lexi, you get a guess.
Rosetta. I was going to say that. I was going to say Jade.
That was something I thought of. Yeah, I didn't want to say that
Okay.
No answers?
Wait.
one. Give me a sec.
Can you list them in order again?
Yeah.
Number 1, diamond.
Right.
Number 2, ruby. Number 3, emerald. Number 4, don't know yet. Number 5 would be pearl.
I'm like trying to think of birthstones. There's topaz, turquoise, rose quartz.
I just thought someone said, yeah, Ronnie said Rosetta.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's not a stone, right? That's an ore. I don't know.
No, those are ores.
She's spiraling.
They're not.
I played Minecraft. That's an ore.
See, that's what I was thinking of, honestly. Fuck, man.
I have like other gems in mind,
But they're just not like-
they're not
I'll give you both
valuable. What's
10 seconds.
It's most valuable, most expensive,
Precious.
most precious. Precious.
10,
Bedrock. No.
9, 8,
Turquoise, topaz,
It's not quartz.
7,
rose quartz, obsidian.
6,
Can't be obsidian.
5. Start thinking about your answer. 4, dirt.
Dirt.
Who's that in chat?
Who just said dirt?
Who's that?
Explorator.
Oh, there you go.
Hi, Explorator.
3.
Said dirt.
Wait, let me type up
Iron. let me do research. Wait, Steve. I have
1.
obsidian.
amethyst.
Amethyst. Obsidian. Turquoise. Topaz.
I have no idea what this is, but it says opal.
Opal.
That's the rainbow looking shit.
Yeah. Opal. Oh, I
opal.
love opal. That's literally what my freaking.
Singing Steve.
One more round each for you guys.
Yes.
Since you guys both got all but one answer.
Yeah.
Spawn egg.
Okay. So who wants to go next? You want to take turns?
We'll
You go
just,
ne-
yeah.
Okay.
We'll just go back to me.
All right. Your final category.
Oh God, what is it?
Name something that heats up when you turn it on. You have 5 answers.
Stove.
Number 1 answer, stove/oven.
Okay. Stove/oven. That's
Yes.
counted as one. Okay. Microwave.
I'm going to go,
Microwave oven. Toaster oven.
you know what, I'm gonna I have to give you an because I can't classify,
That is a microwave?
any of these other options as a microwave.
Okay.
There's one where maybe I can, and I'll let you dispute it if you feel like it, but I don't
Okay,
know.
my next guess
Somebody
is-
said women.
That's crazy.
It gets hot when you turn it on. I agree.
Yeah, right, bro. Damn.
Damn, preach over there. All right. Who said that?
Our new cheddar.
Zyrator.
Accelerator? Or how do you pronounce your name? Let me know how to pronounce your
I'm
name.
gonna say Zyrator.
Exhilarator.
Exhilarator.
Those are both good answers. Right
Yeah,
there.
women is good. I'm going to say toaster. Jacuzzi. Or
Final.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. Passing on over to
Okay.
Zach.
So Zach,
Wow,
So what do we say? Stove oven.
that's the only one so far.
Hot when it turns on.
Heats up.
Heats up when it
Heats up
turns
when
on.
it
Your
turns
car.
Yeah.
Automobile. Car. Vehicle. Heating pad.
Got
Fuck.
one more.
Wait, is that an I?
Zilarator.
Is it
Zyrator.
Zilarator? Zilarator.
My computer.
My computer. An Android. A PlayStation. A hair dryer.
Fuck. Heats up when it turns on.
The fireplace.
A light.
Be more specific.
Light bulb.
A flashlight. A
Final.
lighter.
So
A light-
the answers we have, we only have one answer that we got.
Yeah, just the
Which was
oven.
the number one answer.
Stove/oven.
Stove/oven. Number
What else
2.
did the
Everything else
stupid
is
people
worth, like,
answer?
10.
And
Fine.
this is where I feel like maybe you could have disputed
Argued?
it. But number 2 is heater.
Heater. Yeah, I wouldn't have counted
yeah.
that. Yeah, heater.
Number 3, kettle.
What?
Number 4, excuse me, an iron.
An iron. Okay.
And number 5, Zebra Cake said radiator. I'm sorry, baby, it's not radiator. But number 5 is
Woman.
coffee pot.
So a kettle.
So another kettle.
Kettle. Yeah.
The pot's
All right.
literally calling the kettle black.
So final category, and then we'll start with Zach.
I was
If
just
Zach
only
doesn't
thinking about
get-
kitchen
If
appliances.
Zach does not get all 6 answers, Lexi can go ahead.
Dude,
and
I think
steal.
it should have been women.
Yeah, I think
Should have
so.
been woman.
This
right.
category here, again, 6 answers on the board. Name something a 7-year-old takes with them when they run away from home.
Oh fuck.
A teddy bear, a DS, a notebook.
Wow, good
Stuffed
answer.
animal.
I was
Good
only thinking
answer.
of women.
Stuffed animal.
I'm gonna count
A
it.
toy/stuffed animal.
Number one answer, toy.
A lighter? No, they're not that
lots of
smart.
Stick and bag.
A gun.
Be more specific.
Sorry, blaster. I want to get demonetized.
What's it called?
Can't say a stick and bag.
What's it called? The stick and bag thing.
Oh, the
Travel sack.
the hobo beggars.
You know what?
Sack.
I'm gonna give it to you when you said travel bag. Okay?
Yeah, bag. Backpack.
Number 5 answer, a suitcase. All right?
Okay.
That's a travel bag. I'm being generous here.
Clothes.
Number 4 answer, clothes.
Okay.
So you're missing the 2, the 3rd, and the 6th.
Snacks.
I'll give it to you. Number 2 answer, food.
Food. Yeah.
All right. So now you're missing number 3 and you're missing number 6.
X says their bodies. They take their body with them.
Hey, depends on how literal. I mean,
Pets.
A gerbil.
number 6 answer. So now you're
Yeah, I
just
would've said
missing the
pets.
final answer, which is number 3 on the board. You want me to go ahead and
Their
list them again?
PSP. Silly bands.
Yeah. Listen again.
All right. Number 1, you have toy. 2, food. 3, still don't know.
Paramore
4.
After Laughter vinyl.
Clothes. 5, suitcase. 6, pet. A TV. Interesting. Paramore.
Paramore
Vinyl.
After Laughter vinyl.
Take their body with them. Yeah. Money,
Beyblades.
candy. Beyblades.
Bakugan.
Flashlight.
Pokemon.
I'm gonna say water.
Water. First. I think water might
Phone.
be in the same phone. We're
Lexi, you get one.
missing the 3rd answer.
I got a couple, but I'm feeling too good about TikTok.
TikTok.
Sunny D. TikTok.
Okay, this isn't what they would actually take. This is what people that were surveyed think that a 7-year-old would take.
Yes.
They would think that a 7-year-old would take
Yeah.
a knife. No. I'm gonna say that a 7-year-old is taking.
A sword.
Okay, when they run away from home, they take. I don't know how recent this is, but I'm gonna say some kind of electronic, like an iPad or something.
I don't think it is.
You're saying like electronic?
Yeah, electronic. What is it?
Zach's got one more.
Notebook.
Final.
That's a solid answer. That's what I was
Number 3
A stick.
answer is actually somebody that Tish
Blanket.
said a blanket.
Fuck.
That's what I was gonna say, but I was like,
blanket.
oh,
Good
that's
job,
with
Tish.
like clothes.
All right, now I'm gonna play a little game where I'm gonna ask chat. All right.
Okay.
So if we see the answers on the board, chat
right.
gets it. We'll let you guys go ahead and clear the board, but there are actually going to be. We'll go. I want to do this one. 7 answers. All right, guys. I'm so nervous.
Secret Cakes is nervous already.
It says, so this, your question. Name something you might offer someone else, even if they didn't ask for it. Name something you might offer someone else, even if they didn't ask for it.
Gum.
Gum.
I would have said that too.
No, I already know what you're trying to
Yeah.
toss it in with. No.
Yeah,
My
I'm not going to toss
sister.
it in there. My sister. Not
I would
on
say
there.
no. I do not agree with that one.
No.
Damn.
A phone.
I don't want this thing anymore.
Without them asking for it. You want this?
I'm not going to say phone.
Reverse psychology on your girl.
Sorry, baby. Phone's not on there.
Phone is not on there.
That's a good
Food.
Good answer.
Says Jacob.
Food, water,
food is number 1 answer.
Yeah.
Good job, Jacob.
water.
A Fortnite account. Sweater.
Sweater.
Love.
Sweater or love? Nope.
Explorator says love.
That's 3 strikes. Too bad.
The thing with
everyone.
What are the questions?
So
I mean,
there's
what is
7 answers, right? We only got the number 1.
Things you
right,
would
which is
give someone
food,
without
and this
them
is
asking
something you
for
might
it.
offer someone else, even if they didn't ask for it. You know, so think about
A
you.
ride.
My opinions.
Ooh, yeah. A drive.
I don't know. The thing is, I think that 2 of these actually kind of follow under the same umbrella
Yeah.
a little bit. Pictures of my dog.
Pictures of my dog. Yeah.
A friend. Interesting. No.
My opinions is a big brain one.
What would you?
Say
What would you?
water.
What would you give someone? Somebody said what? Water?
No, I did.
Oh,
Money.
money is there. Yes. Number 5 answer.
Called charity.
Zach said water. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. That's number 2 answer. With drink. I know where it's letting.
Tish
Kat do
says
this,
my
but
heart.
My heart.
Jacob says kindness.
Kindness.
Zebra Cake says, I'll give anything. I don't have boundaries.
No.
Oh man.
Take everything I have.
Everything I have.
Come on, guys. You got it.
No. Think about it.
Keys.
I'll give you a hint, and this is gonna be a hint for Zebra Cakes because it's something we watched actually recently. I believe we watched it before. Yeah, we watched it, and Tish said advice, and that is yes, it's one of them. Yes, number 3 answer, advice.
My second thought.
Yeah, but what did somebody from the show that we watched recently, Zebra Cakes, offer their date? Poopy and caca. What do they offer their date? And you thought it was very peculiar. Flowers is not it. No.
Chocolate. Chocolate.
Offered a more handmade stuff.
Dolls.
Someone said flowers.
Handmade stuff.
No, flowers isn't there.
Toys.
Bracelet. No.
A date?
Yeah, somebody offered their date this, and Zebra Cakes thought that it meant something. And
A soda pop tab.
Zebra Cakes was like, oh, he's offering that. Okay, that means he probably wants this.
Insider trading.
Think about it.
A condom.
What would a guy offer a girl on a date? Or what would a girl offer a guy on a date? If maybe they were thinking about something in return. A kiss? But Zebra Cakes got it. A mint.
Oh.
Sex? No. Breath mint is number 6 answer. So we're missing, I believe, 3 more.
I feel bad if I give someone a mint without.
Actually, we're missing. We're missing, I think, 2. Yeah, we're missing 2. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say whoever said advice, which I'm pretty sure was Tish. I'm gonna give Tish also the number 4 answer, which was help. Right? Because that's the 2 I'm thinking. I'm like,
That's
okay,
valid.
advice and help is kind of like, you know,
Same
very
thing, yeah.
similar, same difference. So we're just missing the final. What I say? I like the way you think, sir.
I like the way you think, sir.
No, the final one, thinking about it, like if you see somebody, let me give you guys a hint here. All right. The final one's very specific, and if somebody's looking for it, and let's say you got to go ahead and give up. I did the crown of Zach's head.
My bad. Sippy sip.
Like for example, if you're on the bus, right?
I think Zebra Cakes.
Tish says, Jacob, ask if they're a part of your cult.
Interesting. No, Tish is in a cult.
Directions.
The time, not the time, but not directions. But if let's say somebody just gets on the bus and they're looking for something, what are they looking for? And
a seat.
Yes.
A gun.
A gun.
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, there we go. Final answer would be a gun. All right. That is, can you hit the applause, Alex? That is Family Feud.
That's the John Cena.
And yeah, it's cool. We went ahead and we did a little nice Family Feud spiral, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Right on. And
Love myself some Family Feud.
hell yeah. But this podcast, however, is about Attack on Titan. And so your next category is, imagine.
Which Titan? XYZ?
I wonder if there are
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan Family Feud categories.
Questions?
I'm sure people have made them.
And if there are, we'll end the episode with some Family Feud Attack on Titan. But we do have to go ahead and get into the episode itself. We go ahead and we break down the episodes in chronological order. We are beginning episode 7 of season 4. The episode's name is Assault. It's part 1. We'll be focusing on, and it's gonna be fun. But again, if you guys want to go and stick around with us, and you guys want to go ahead and do our open forum final thoughts that we go ahead and have about the episodes, and we go ahead and we break them down together. Go ahead and help us out with that. And like I said, we'll go ahead and we'll close the episode off with some Family Feud. Make sure we got some Family Feud Attack on Titan.
Zebra Cake says, "Can we keep playing? I don't watch AOT."
Sorry, baby. You got to go ahead and wait. You gotta wait till the end. All right. I think I got something. I think so. Maybe.
I don't either. Welcome. Hopefully you guys will after all this.
All the apology.
Maybe. Perhaps.
I've only seen the first 9 episodes. Oh, well, spoiler warning.
A spoiler warning.
We've
We're
only
on the
seen the
last
first
season.
9.
Zyrator.
Yeah, Zai.
Oh, huge spoiler warning.
Watch One Piece.
Dude.
There we go, Jacob. There we go. Passing on the message of the Lord. Have you heard about our Lord and Savior, Monkey D. Luffy? Monkey D. Luffy would take down the U.S. government for this Happy Meal.
They say I don't mind spoilers.
All right, cool. If you don't mind spoilers.
Okay. Then it's gonna happen anyways. So whether you mind it or not, it's happening.
Zebra Cake says, watch House Hunters.
It's so good.
Yes, we got Happy
you got
Meals.
Happy Meals.
I got Creeper.
Yeah, Zach got a.
I don't
Got a
see
Happy
anything
Meal.
specific to Attack on Titan, but there are some Family Feud anime.
Oh.
We go ahead and we do that.
Okay, I'm down. We'll do that at the end.
And they're not overly complicated. For example, like, first question here, what are common protagonist hair colors? You know, that's just one. We don't have to do that category,
Black.
but there are, you know,
White.
there's stuff there.
I want that
Green.
clipped. I want that clipped out of context.
No. No.
Black, white.
Why'd you say it like that?
It's funny.
No, we're not throwing more.
Yellow,
Purple.
pink,
Orange.
green,
No, guys, don't have the answers for you.
red,
Turquoise.
silver.
Cyan.
It's always white.
Gold.
All right.
White.
Clipped.
Thanks.
Beautiful. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about the episode now.
Wait. No, I'm
We're gonna
kidding.
go ahead and begin.
The recap
Because-
is like perfect with where we start too.
Yeah, exactly. Lexi will begin our first part as she narrates first part of the episode here, and getting all my stuff together. Yeah, hell yeah. All right, guys. Again, this is season 4, episode 7. This is Assault Part 1, and we're gonna go ahead and begin with what we were left off with last week. So yeah, Lexi, whenever you're ready.
We begin the episode with Galliard's Jaw Titan entering the battlefield in Liberia. With Laura Tiber in hand, Aaron's Attack Titan prepares to consume the user to acquire the Warhammer Titan ability. However, Galliard has other plans. As his Jaw Titan attempts to steal the Founding Titan, the Jaw Titan lunges at Aaron and chomps down on the nape, as Galliard empathetically says.
Sorry, I meant to say emphatically.
Emphatically
Yeah.
says.
I'm taking the founder right now. There's nothing.
There's nothing Aaron's allies can do. Not even Mikasa is fast enough. Except, Captain Levi was prepared to take action and protect the Founding Titan, as Levi quickly strikes the Jaw Titan's mouth, causing Galliard to stop and wonder, what the hell just happened? Galliard notices the little island devil as he wonders.
Wait, could that be him? Is that Ackerman?
We fast forward a bit to Galliard's Jaw Titan incapacitated briefly. At a loss at the impact these humans have against a Titan, Galliard, stunned, says,
Can't you see? I'm a Titan.
the scouts form together to head straight for the Jaw Titan.
Are a bunch of humans really about to come and kill me? No, they're not humans. They're devils.
The scouts, led by Captain Levi, head to finish off the Jaw Titan. But Levi notices something. Just when the scouts thought they had the advantage, turret fire begins to wipe out some of the scouts. A scout trying to avoid the turret fire says in a panic,
Behind us! Fall back! Take cover! Shit! I can't shake them!
Mikasa unfortunately watches the scout get gunned down. Captain Levi avoids the turret fire, and John maneuvers himself, attempting to go after the one responsible for the turret fire. However, John has to take cover inside of a building because the one responsible for the turret fire are Marleyan soldiers attacking from the Cart Titan battle armor. The turret fire shreds apart the building walls as Jean shields himself behind sturdy furniture. Jean, realizing the mistake, thinks to himself,
Damn it! We took too long. The Cart Titan's here.
Porco, thankful to be saved, yells out.
Peek!
Peek inside her Titan notices the damage done to the jaw and says, Made it just in time. My heavy machine gun armament. Let me try that again.
Yeah.
Let me segue myself in real quick.
Yeah, of course.
Peek inside her Titan notices the damage done to the jaw and says, Made it just in time. My heavy machine gun armament is a perfect counter to their ODM gear. It was worth the time it took to equip it. Aaron's Titan, noticing the Cart Titan's arrival, appears to look aggravated. Aaron then takes a look at Laura Tiber inside of her crystallized cocoon. But then Laura Tiber's eyes widen as an attack from the Warhammer Titan erupts. Hardened spikes erupt from the ground, trying to pierce Eren, but Eren covers the front of his throat using his hardening ability. The spikes form what appears to look like a crystallized tree attached to the Warhammer carcass, as Eren's Titan is stuck in the tree's clutches. But Eren does not let go of Laura Tiber. Mikasa yells out to Eren, but then reacts to a familiar tremor. Then we see that familiar lumbering stride from none other than the Beast Titan. Captain Levi, of course, takes notice of the Beast Titan. However, appears to have a look of hesitancy on his face. Jean too takes notice as he acknowledges.
It's him, the Beast Titan.
The Beast Titan has now entered the battlefield. Galliard takes notice with a relieved yell.
It's Zeke!
Peak's Card Titan acknowledges Zeke as Commander Magath and his remaining soldiers, and somewhere in Liberio. Gabby, hold on, let me try that again. As Commander Magath and his remaining soldiers.
It says, as does.
As does, you're right, as does Commander Magath and his remaining soldiers. And somewhere in Liberio, Gabi continues to run towards the action, prepared to fight back. A revengeful Gabi yells out, Eren Yeager, I'll kill you! Eren, stuck from the Warhammer's attack, watches as his brother Zeke makes his presence felt. The Beast Titan stares at his younger brother, then commands in his beast voice.
Kill all of them. Let none escape.
The Jaw Titan rendezvous with his fellow Titan warrior comrades. Captain Levi gives out his command.
Stay alive. That's an order.
Captain Levi takes out his blades and rushes to the beast as his scouts follow. The Beast Titan begins to run towards Levi. Captain Levi and Zeke's Beast Titan meet again for the first time since the battle for Shinganshina.
All right, so that's the first part we're going to go ahead and cover there. All right. So
I'm glad I'm done narrating. That was so tough, actually. It's so hard to do it when there's no music playing. I was like, oh my God, I can hear my voice.
I know, I could hear everything so clear. I was like, wow.
Okay.
I was like, wow, everything's in HD right now. I can hear my tongue hitting the roof of my mouth to say words.
Okay, interesting. All right.
It was bothering me. I was bothering myself.
We have in chats, forgot what your name already, but says, can someone
Xylorator.
explain to me what a
Xylorator.
Jaegerist is?
Okay, we got a couple to go back to.
Jacob
Hold
says
on, hold on.
heroes. Yeah.
Zebra Cake says, at Tish, the husband just quit his job and the wife never had 1 5-bedroom garden and 2 bath.
What is that in reference to?
Probably to House Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Zebra Cake.
Oh my gosh, there's actually more up top that I didn't even see.
I'm like, is that a new anime?
I know. I'm like, cool.
Wait.
Oh, man.
Oh, because earlier Tish said the husband is a butterfly observer and the wife collects sneezes. The budget is 50 mil.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the new stuff. Zyra said the narration is peak.
Thank you.
Tish said the pot is peak. Welcome, young one.
Yeah.
And then we have,
Thank you.
please die. First time chatter. Lol, the Warhammer Titan erupts. Jacob says, die, are you a Jaegerist?
Okay.
And Tish says, Jacob, please. Zyra says, can someone explain to me what a Jaegerist is?
Yeah.
And then Jacob says, heroes.
Jaegerists
not
are
heroes.
essentially, if you're familiar with Eren Yeager, and I'm sure if you are familiar with Eren Yeager, you're familiar with the first season 1 of Eren. So you're probably confused as to why Eren has so much control. Well,
Eren's Nazi army.
Eren essentially has created a cult of, I
He's
guess
got
you could
a-
describe him as Nazis, kind of.
Very
Eren's-
avid supporters of the man causing a genocide.
Yeah.
Yes, they like genocide. That's the end all be all. They support genocide.
Yes. And the thing is, though, it's such a mindfuck because
So not heroes.
season 1 and 2 and 3, you're rooting for Eren Yeager, and all of a sudden season 4 happens where the hero becomes the villain. And so that's what you're doing. He's
But you're
asking,
seeing
Eren
it
is
from the
evil?
villain's perspective. Though.
Eren-
So it's like you can
Yeah.
kind of understand it because he literally is a slave to freedom. Like he did all this horrible shit because he was like, then we'll finally be free if
The whole
we
world
do all
will
this
be free.
crappy stuff.
Yeah. So now the question is, he asks, Eren is evil, or I'm sorry, I'm going to assume that he or she, but yeah, you ask, Eren is evil. So Eren is very complex. He's a very
He does it for his
tortured.
friends.
He's a very tortured individual. Let's just say the more powerful he becomes, and the more in tune he becomes with his Titan, the more memories he gets.
To watch. You have to.
The
watch.
more.
I know. It's really hard to explain
Yeah.
if you haven't seen it.
It's Aaron personally being on a psychotic breakdown towards the end, justifying the means of genocide for the ends of a peaceful world
So
for
again,
a specific group of people.
Yeah, to add on to that, exactly what even Jacob here in chat is saying is that he does it for his friends. Yeah, so essentially, Aaron is seeking freedom, and in order to go ahead and maintain freedom for his island, he lives on an island. His mindset immediately goes to, in order to protect my island, I have to get rid of everything else.
Everything is a threat.
Flatten the
Yeah.
rest of the earth.
And Aaron over time becomes very, very strong, and also he ends up essentially getting these memories to go ahead and see essentially how everything plays out.
Yeah.
And so he's cursed with knowledge,
Basically in control.
and
of
he knows that
timelines.
he is the only person that can try to follow through with his ultimate goal. And again, his goal is just literally freedom for his friends and for his
Yeah.
home. That's it.
Exactly what Jacob says. He says Aaron kills everyone so his friends could be free.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like very, I guess.
It depends on your
Spark
perspective
notes.
and your morality.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Essentially.
Yeah. He's
When you break
100%
down the brass knuckles, yeah, it's that.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. But when you ask him why he did it, it's going to sound kind of heroic.
yeah.
It's going to sound
He's gonna
like,
sound like a martyr.
yeah.
So in this story here, what we're talking about, right? Aaron he's gone on to go ahead and infiltrate essentially, like this land. He's this land specifically is where the traders infiltrated his home. So he's there to go ahead and settle the score. He's there to go ahead and
He's
kind of
getting
seek revenge. And
Jinx.
Revenge is never the answer.
yeah. And who's that in chat saying, no, I'm a racist?
Please die.
In video games.
I'm a racist in video games.
Oh, interesting.
in Minecraft.
I know many like that.
Mass murder, more like the goat,
God.
says
Oh,
Jacob.
God. Chat's going crazy. But
Thank you to all of you in chat right now.
but so
Hello.
Galliard's Jaw Titan, right? So here's just saying we root for him, and kind of because it's told from his side. Exactly.
Right.
So one thing we always talk about here in the podcast is we're talking about perspectives here, right?
Yes.
Seasons 1 through 3 is from the perspective of
You get Aaron Yeager's perspective.
yeah.
So you are
You
familiar with all
either
of it.
die a hero or you live long enough to see the anime change perspectives and make you the villain.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Essentially is what it is.
yeah, and thank you again, like Lexi was mentioning, for everybody in chat who's asking questions or for who's trying to go ahead and answer and
We love the
respond and all that.
interaction.
Yeah, so keep it coming, guys. Continue to go ahead and interact. But all right, so we were left off last week with Galliard's Jaw Titan now entering the battlefield to try to go ahead and take Aaron Yeager out, trying to go ahead and kill Aaron Yeager, steal Aaron's abilities, which Aaron has become this very powerful entity that is the Founding Titan.
Yes.
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 And the Founding Titan is the most important Titan because that Titan has full control over the rumbling. And the rumbling is essentially what we were trying to describe to you, which is what's ultimately going to go ahead and doom the entire world. So Marley here, this nation that is being now infiltrated by Aaron, they're trying to go ahead and prevent that and stop that. And so they want to go ahead and kill Aaron. So the Jaw Titan thinks he has Aaron right there in the moment and bites down over on Aaron's nape. And before, again, Porco can go ahead and kill Aaron, Captain Levi goes on to go ahead and save, the Founding Titan, Aaron Yeager. But one thing I want to talk about, I think we talked about a little bit last week, is that, like, again, this goes to show that, like, Captain Levi was paying very close attention while he was there in Marley. Mm-hmm. He was staying out of the firefight. He was there just to go ahead and kind of maybe, I don't want to say protect the important characters, but he was there to go ahead and maybe just focus on Aaron.
Yeah.
And maybe even wait for a certain Beast Titan to show up. And one thing I wanted to go ahead and put here in our notes is that, man, the look that Levi has when Zeke's Beast Titan arrives, it's a look of like, I don't really want to do this. It's almost like a look of like,
it's not the right time for this.
yeah. And
I feel like it's because he knows he doesn't have the battle advantage to win in that situation.
That's a good way to go. Yeah, that's a great way to describe it. And that's what we're going to focus on.
This isn't the
next part.
1v1 I want.
No. Levi saves Eren, which is good, right? Because the moment that the Jaw Titan goes on to go ahead and essentially, chomp down over on Eren's nape, nothing Mikasa can do, nothing, any of the other comrades can do because they're not fast enough. Levi's fast enough. And again, he was probably within close proximity to be able to go ahead and get there quick enough to save Eren.
Right.
And that just goes to show again, like, the faith that Eren had doing this plan. Like Eren essentially, he's causing fucking chaos over here in this like foreign land. I was talking about these streamers early on, like going in these foreign lands and stuff like that.
And causing chaos. That's what Eren's doing.
Disrupting the peace. Like this is what Eren's doing.
Except he's too powerful to be caught and charged.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so
killing him.
Yeah, but just again, I talked about that reality check that the Jaw Titan received from these island devils, right? From these humans, right?
Yeah.
Just when you think that a certain side gets the momentum switches again because the cart Titan now arrives with that battle armor that the cart has, thanks to the Pulsar. I have it in my notes here. I gotta go
Pulitzer.
The unit,
The Panzer unit.
Panzer. Yeah, damn, I believe that's what it is. Yeah.
Yes.
Because they be pantsing her, bro.
Maybe Panzer.
Yeah, they be pantsing.
Yeah, the
They be
Panzer.
pants and peak.
Panzer.
The Panzer unit be pants and peak all the pinking time.
Pansy panzers.
The Panzer unit might be a little freaky. We'll talk about it over in the next in the next part. But
I love the Cart Titan.
I love the cart Titan, no doubt. But so the Panzer unit.
You get to ride Peak into war? I would be.
You just want her to ride
that
us.
first sentence you said, they get to ride Peak.
Yeah, they get to ride Peak
Yeah. I wonder,
into war.
I wonder if they take turns, to see who's going to be in the cockpit, So, but either way, I mean, we're going to talk about in the second part here when we get to it. But anyway, so like,
Yeah,
the
we'll talk
Panzer
about it,
unit,
guys. Don't worry.
They took the time. Granted, Peak wanted what? From 10 minutes to like 8 minutes or whatever, or do it in 5 or whatever and stuff.
10 minutes, do it in 5.
Yeah. To
Right.
go ahead and gear up the
15
cart.
doing it 10.
Oh, yes, 15 and 10.
15. Okay, so yeah, they went ahead to go ahead and gear up the cart. Cart Titan showed up just in time to go ahead and save the Jaw
Justin.
Titan. And I gotta say, man, we go ahead and you watch this sequence, you watch it, the scouts get fucking shredded up by
They do,
the
actually.
by the heavy
yeah.
machine
It's
gun
just
fire.
like, yeah.
Like-
Heavy machine gun shooting at like a swarm of bees.
Yeah. You see just like literally
Pretty
just
much.
they splat in
Torn
the
up.
air.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their limbs get absolutely fucking shredded apart.
Yeah.
And that's such a gruesome way to go. And you think about, again, the streets of Liberia is already covered with just literally like destroyed buildings and stuff,
Yeah.
And now
all
it's
that.
raining blood.
And yeah, literally.
And body parts.
There you go, Slayer, right? Slayer.
I had a kid at PE today wearing a Slayer shirt.
Really?
Yeah,
pretty
I was
tough.
like,
Nice.
what? I was like, you listen to Slayer?
You got some cool
Either
parents.
that,
I was like,
either
damn.
that or their parents are cultured.
Yeah, their parents are just, yeah, that's usually what it is.
Yeah. So yeah, the machine gun turret fires
Kelly.
wiping out the scouts. So now the scouts have to go ahead and get into hiding. Jean tries to go ahead and go after the
Yeah.
man who's manning
he's
the
in his
the
leader
turret fire.
mentality right now. He's in his leader arc.
And again,
he's like,
this-
I'm gonna do the leader thing, and I'm gonna go after the source.
This goes to show again Jean's character development.
Oh, yeah.
Right? What Jean would we know would ever go after somebody who literally is manning a turret, let alone just any turret? Like this
Yeah.
is a heavy machine gun turret that's attached to a Titan.
Yeah.
It could blow him
Right?
up.
Yeah.
And that's like completely different weapon-wise in terms of what's going on in parody.
Yeah.
Like the closest thing they have to that is a thunder spear. Other than that, the only time they'd seen bullets was when they were battling Kenny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. So
And it wasn't to this magnitude at all.
The Jean I know
you could
would
bring the
never do
horse
this
to the
where
water.
Yeah, you could bring.
Can't
I already
make
know
a
who you're
dream.
talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So Jean, now we talked about it with Jean's introduction here into season 4. I mean, we see he's now taking that leadership role.
He's matured.
Yeah, I mean, we saw him last week where he's giving out orders, right? He's trying to go ahead yeah, he's just trying to control the environment they're in.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and talk about more about kind of like that territory advantage with whether one side has the advantage over the others. There's going to be a character later on that has really important insight as far as the battle itself. But right here, what we see here is Jean trying to take action instead of hesitating, because we've seen before in the past, when he hesitates, bad shit happens.
Of course.
Yep.
Right?
Of course. He's learned.
Yeah. Levi really was out here moving like Wolverine from Rivals.
Flying through the air.
I don't know why that reminds me, but because I've been playing a lot more Overwatch, Matthew Mercer, who voices Levi,
Yeah.
also voices Cassidy McCree. Well, we can't call him McCree anymore, but also voices Cassidy
From Overwatch, you said?
in Overwatch.
Yeah, you've talked about this before.
I'll like hear the voice lines, and they just had the April Fool's special, which is pretty much like everyone has their own unique, funny voice line to their stuff, and they have their own little funny little abilities. And I'm like listening to it, and every time he like talks, like all I hear is like an angry, deep voice Levi.
Yeah.
Like a cowboy Levi. And like, okay, or like cowboy Leorio sometimes is what I hear.
Leorio?
I'm like, that's just cowboy Leorio.
Yeah.
What's going on right now. And it's really funny. I love being able to play video games and hear Levi's voice in my ears.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So Jean goes into hiding. Obviously, he sees that he doesn't have the advantage anymore. He can't get close enough to the card Titan or the person who's in control of that turret fire. Jean goes into this building. The building's getting shredded apart by the turret fire, and there is this fucking sturdy ass like desk that he's just hiding behind. I guess, hey.
Hey, that's an amazingly built desk.
I guess
I would
so.
gladly order one of those. This desk can stop heavy artillery.
Yeah.
All right, let's go see what we got now. So yeah, Porco, of course, very very thankful to go ahead and be saved by Peak because he had that realization, that reality check where he's like, oh shit, like I'm really about to go ahead and die to these humans. These humans aren't afraid of me.
They're not running the other way.
Yeah.
I know.
We talked about it last week. Where literally
Yeah, we
like
talked about it in depth.
swarm of like bees that's getting ready to go ahead and go after you.
So unfamiliar to them for humans with swords to be so fearless against a Titan user.
Yeah.
A Titan warrior.
Exactly. So
That's
now
why he's so like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You guys aren't afraid?
It's not their first rodeo.
So now I want to go
The
ahead and
Xerator's color just change? Or what is it? Xylorator?
Xyrator.
Xyrator. Oh. The color is now blue.
Okay, cool.
It's purple, blue.
Indigo.
I'd
want
Pete to save me. Yeah.
Of course. I mean, technically it was
literally.
it was the Panzer unit that saved.
Yeah.
But whatever.
But they
That was
wouldn't have
a-
got there quick enough if it wasn't for the card.
it wasn't
Yeah.
for, exactly.
I love that scream you gave. Bake!
Yeah.
I know.
Well, the thing is, though, he's like, he sees Peak. He's happy to go ahead and see Peak.
My
right?
goddess.
He was
my
just
savior.
pissing himself against the wall, making eye contact with Levi.
Yeah.
Literally.
I would also, Peek, please,
I know.
Mommy, save me!
please, Peek.
I talked about it too early on. I mean, Porco's gone through some shit, So, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it would have
Yeah.
been like, I don't know. I don't want to say like a fitting end to go ahead and be, kind of taken out by the captain,
Yeah.
Captain Levi and stuff, because, I mean, I don't know. But he lives to fight another day.
He does.
Or, we'll see. But, yeah. And then I want to go ahead and talk about, very quickly, Aaron has Laura Tiber, right? In this crystallized shell.
In her Annie home. Her little
Annie home,
Yeah.
right? And
Hers is crystal clear. She could see everything.
she is reacting. She's literally looking around. You can see her eyes like widen. You can see her staring over at Aaron. She is obviously like still
like,
able
"Oh,
to go
fuck,
ahead and
I'm
use her ability,
compromised," yeah.
And so right here she uses another kind of like defense strategy and attacking Aaron by again kind of like having these
Spike pillars.
Warhammer spike pillars go out there and
Yes.
erupt from the ground, and it's funny. It goes out there and it kind of like the end result creates like this tree. We understand how tree is very important over in Attack on Titan, right?
Lots of symbolism.
When it comes to Aaron and trees, it's like, okay, well, there's that symbolism.
Well,
there, like you
anyways,
said,
there's a connection.
right? But Aaron again reacts very, very smartly by using his hardening ability to go ahead and cover his,
Yeah.
the front side of
A
his
nice,
cape.
quick-witted response.
Yeah. And
Because she was going for that kill.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
100%. And I think we find out too. Maybe we'll find out in the next part, but like any Titan, you can't just use your technique over and over and over again. There's like a recharge.
It's like quirks. You have to work it out like a muscle.
Yeah, and again, we
Yeah.
talked about with Lord Tiber. This is probably most likely her first time in battle.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
100%.
So you can't really. You don't know how well her
battle. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know how well her endurance of battle and her strategy of battle is.
Yeah, because this is the
Develop.
first time we see the Warhammer Titan and the Tiber family. They do not go out there and involve themselves in war.
No.
Yeah.
It was until Willie was like, you know what, I want to do something with my life.
I know,
Let me
seriously.
atone for my family's sins for
Yeah.
a second.
So Aaron's stuck in the tree, and then that familiar, as I described it, as that
Jungle
lumbering
boogie.
stride. Yeah, he's doing that
Jungle
little. We
boogie.
see
Doodaloo, doodaloo.
we see that gut, but
good old
somehow
ab
there's
gut.
abs there, and he's
Yeah.
just like doing his usual little
You
lunging
can tell he
stride.
holds his breath when he lifts, man.
Yeah.
I will be lurking.
Will be lurking. So Zeke has now entered the
Got that
battlefield.
big ol' ab gut.
Peak, of course, is there. Porco is even more excited now.
He's like, oh, I'm saved.
Literally, the
Bro went from being on top of the war to I need help.
yeah, exactly. When you think you go out there and you have the advantage, right? To try to, you're that close to stealing the founding titan. To all of a sudden you're that close to dying. To
Yeah.
now you're like, oh shit. Like I just got saved.
again.
Yeah.
But think about it on the
What do I
scouts. Like
do?
now the scouts, they went from having the advantage, right? To now they're facing not just, the Jaw Titan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now they got the Jaw Titan, the Cart Titan, and the Beast Titan.
Yes.
Yep.
Like things.
And the cart titan is weaponized and mobile.
Yeah.
100%.
They have modern weaponry in their. You're away right now. You're playing an away game.
Yeah.
You're on their home court.
And again, we're going to get more clarity on more discussion on that in this next part we're going to cover very shortly. But so we get an order from the war chief, which is Zeke, and an order from Captain Levi, right? Captain of the scouts. The Beast Titan, he commands to kill all of them, let none escape, right?
Yep.
And Captain Levi says, stay alive. That's an order. It's an order that Levi's gone on to go ahead and say before. He said over to the very inexperienced,
Yep.
I guess, rookie scouts that were there for the Battle of Fort Shigachina, right? And Levi had a very difficult time trying to go out there and keep all those rookies alive, and a lot of them didn't survive.
I mean, he didn't really keep many of them alive.
No, as a matter
Yeah.
of fact, the ones that did stay alive, Urban's like, yeah, you should go sacrifice yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, make a distraction. Go ahead and charge to the Beast Titan. And speaking of charging towards the Beast Titan, now the Beast Titan and Levi. Here we go. So let's run it back.
Round two.
Now we're gonna go ahead
Ready.
and now get into
Fight.
the second part here, and the final part we're gonna go ahead and cover in this podcast episode, and then because like I said, we'll go ahead and we'll close it out with some Family Feud, and then yeah. Alrighty.
Podcast.
Double
feud.
code trouble.
Yeah. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. So Lexi's gonna narrate again.
Turns off the music.
script says.
It says that AJ narrates, actually.
All right, here we go, guys. Ready?
Cal.
All right. We continue the episode from beneath the stage destruction. An eruption occurs as the Armored Titan's hands emerge from the rubble. The Armored Titan's hands appear to be protecting something or someone. Then, we see Falco climbing out of the hands, coughing and confused as he looks around the internment zone. The scouts and the Marleyan warriors continue the battle in Liberio. We follow a scout using their ODM gear to avoid turret fire from the Cart Titan, then dodge the Jaw Titan and maneuver away from the Beast Titan. Falco continues to look, finally realizing the destruction on the surface. A confused Falco is noticing Island Devils for the first time, noticing their weapons of choice as he watches Mikasa launching a Thunder Spear attack. But this Thunder Spear attack isn't directed at a Marleyan Titan. This attack connects with Laura Tiber, still protected in her hardening. The Thunder Spear, however, does cause some damage as cracks begin to form. Laura Tiber continues to watch and react from inside her salvation. Falco, staring at the Titan holding Laura Tiber, wonders, "No way. Is that Mr. Kruger? No, it's Eren Yeager." Falco, of course, feels betrayed. Damn you. We then see what happened as Eren Yeager begins. We go back as we see what happened as Eren Yeager began his transformation. Reiner runs towards Falco, placing his hand in his mouth, trying to save young Falco. Falco remembers. Wait! Vice Chief Braun! Falco searches inside the Armor Titan's hands. Hey! It's me! Falco climbs back into the hands, noticing Reiner's torso connected to the Titan appendage. Falco continues to call out to Reiner. Vice Chief! I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Falco checks for a pulse. He's still alive. What? But he's unconscious. His body should be healing itself with the power of the Titans. At least, as long as he has the will to live. We now go back to that moment before Eren's transformation, as a defeated Reiner begs on his knees.
I can't take it anymore. Please, just kill me.
Falco recalls Reiner's words to Eren as he tells an unconscious Reiner, Sit tight, sir. I'll get help. You know there are people out there who aren't enemies. Udo and Gabi. Zofia. All of us are on your side. Just hang in there, okay? Meanwhile, the scouts continue to evade the Titan warriors' attacks. Jean warns his comrades.
Incoming!
The Beast Titan launches his attack as he pitches his shards of rocks towards the scouts. A frustrated scout attempts to go after the beast as they say,
That bastard is going to pay!
Jean notices the scout's eagerness as he tries to command to stop.
Wait! Get back!
The scout maneuvers to above the beast's nape, preparing to launch a Thunder Spear attack.
I'll kill him here and now!
But the Cart Titan's heavy machine gun splatters the Island Devil to smithereens. Peak tells her comrades inside her cart battle armor with her Titan voice.
Good work. Continue to cover the War Chief's 6.
The Panzer unit acknowledges. Peak notices another devil, this time above her Cart Titan. We hear Peak quickly warn with her human voice.
Just above us.
One of the Panzer unit soldiers inside of the turret struggles.
Bad angle!
We notice inside the turret cockpit are photos of Peak. A side profile close-up and a group photo with the Panzer unit as Peak is in the middle. The Island Devil with the high ground preparing to attack the Cart Titan doesn't even get the opportunity to attempt an attack as Galliard's Jaw Titan claws the Devil's body, causing him to crash onto a rooftop. The Jaw Titan lands on the same rooftop as the Panzer unit soldier thanks him.
Thanks, Galliard! You saved our butts! That was close!
Galliard reveals himself from his Titan's nape as he tells the Panzer unit, and more importantly, tells Peak, Stay on your toes! I ran into Ackerman a minute ago. He's still hiding nearby. Peak, in her Titan voice, responds.
This is bad. Porco! The Warhammer!
Porco reacts as they watch Eren's attack Titan attempt to eat Laura Tiber. But the attempt failed as Eren's Titan teeth shatter. Eren inside of his Titan reacts. You formed this. Excuse me. Let me do it again. Eren inside of his Titan reacts. You formed a crystal shell like Annie's. It's clearly much harder than my teeth. But I know that you spent the last of your strength. If you had any left, you would have used the Warhammer's power to pierce my neck by now. You don't have any moves left to play. Steam rushes from the attack Titan's neck as Eren emerges. Looks like I've outlasted you. Eren jumps off his old Titan body to transform into a new one. Laura Tiber inside of her crystallized shell watches, as do the Titan warriors from Marley. Porco reacts to Eren's transformation. Shit! After all that, the bastard still has more fight in him? But if we can take him down, the Founder's ours. Peak notices Porco's concerned expression as she tells him in her Titan voice.
What are you so worried about, Puck? There isn't any need for us to rush this. We have control of the battlefield and its surroundings.
We hear Peak continue inside her We hear P continue inside her Titan body with her human voice.
All we need to do now is tighten our net. The enemy took the field wearing ODM gear, so they have a limited supply of fuel and ammunition. In short, they're stranded in enemy territory with no support. And the incoming Marleyan reinforcements have already surrounded the zone, so there's no escape. Parity never stood a chance against Marley in a proper war anyway. They don't have enough people or resources.
Porco responds, "That's why it's so crucial we take out the founder. Once they lose the power to start the rumbling, they'll be helpless. It's the ace up their sleeve, and it's right in front of us." Peak tells Pock in her human voice.
Which makes it all more... Let me try that again.
Peak tells Pock in her human voice.
Which makes it all that much more important that we proceed with caution.
We now hear Peak in her Titan voice.
For the time being, at least, focus on protecting the war chief from Ackerman.
Zeke responds in his Beast Titan voice.
Astute as ever, Peak. You're exactly right.
The Beast Titan launches another wave of his rock shards, causing the scouts to go into hiding.
I'm not here to fight you, Aaron. I have another opponent. Let's have our rematch, Levi.
To be continued. All right.
Tune in next time on Attack the Talk to find out.
Yeah. So,
This episode is so much fun.
Yeah.
there's we got a couple different little point of views in this episode, which is really cool. We start off with kind of like, Galliards, right? He thinks he goes out there. We talked about early on about like how the momentum switches, but we begin this episode here with a new kind of perspective here, really a perspective that we haven't seen since shit went down.
Yeah.
And that is from Falco. Falco's kind of been gone for a while since we've kind of been covering this
Bro's
battle
been
here.
unconscious.
Yeah. So again, we get confirmation here that right before Aaron transforms, Rhino was able to go ahead and protect Falco. Mm-hmm. We even see that scene play back where, just in time, right? Rhino was able to go ahead and just bite down, transform enough just to, just to form
Just
like
to
hands.
cover the blast.
Yeah.
And inside of the Titan hands, we see like, Rhino just kind of like his upper torso is connected. He has very that kind of
He
like
only made what was needed.
Yeah.
He has like kind of like, almost like muscle tissue and fibers and even kind of like veins and stuff like that.
Very
right there.
reminiscent to stopping the cannonball in season 1.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a good way of
Only
putting it, too.
performed as much as he needed to for the task.
Yeah.
Or as much as he could before he passed out.
Yeah. And so, man, you know what? We've gone on to go ahead and talk about Rhino and as a character who, we find out in season 4 early on what he's fighting for. It's not like the typical kind of like, other, Titan Warrior trainees where I guess, you're kind of just like doing this for, a lot of them do it for their family, right?
Right.
For the privilege that it comes with.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Of course.
When you go ahead and you become a Titan Warrior, you become like honorary Marleyan, right?
Yeah.
So you want to go ahead and
Which is
provide
really essentially getting out
that's
of
the goal.
slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and
Getting
protect
out of
your
oppression.
family. And then the one who meant the most to him, and he realized meant the most to him, is his mother. He thought his dad, but his dad goes on to kind of disown him. And so now he's there to protect his mother. And Ryan is a character where, we see as he goes out there, enters the island of Parity, he takes on this leadership role, right? He leads the Marleyan warriors through this, mission to go ahead and claim the founder. He
Right.
puts on this persona as becoming like this, incredible soldier.
Right.
And then, reveals himself to be this traitor. And then essentially loses the will to fight. We see this, kind of defeated version of him over here in Marley.
We've seen so many hints that he's just has no will left.
We saw literally a hint here, literally the words from his voice as he's telling, Aaron, before Aaron goes on to go ahead and make his presence felt over in Liberia and then in this internment zone. He tells him like, please, just kill me essentially, right?
Yeah.
But
That's be so jarring for Falco, someone like Falco to see, considering what kind of pedestal he holds Rhino, the Rhino Brawn.
The
on.
armor Titan.
Yeah, the armor Titan on, to see him on his hands and knees in front of you begging, like, please just kill me. Falco probably was like, what?
Yeah.
One of his idols, someone he literally
This is
Like, seeing
this
him
is who
do
I'm
something he could
trying to
never imagine.
become.
this is the
Yeah.
vice. This is literally the vice chief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and hey,
And even before that, he's had a barrel in his mouth. And again,
yeah,
Falco was the reason why. Well, I'm not gonna say the reason, but
he heard
was a-
Falco outside the window, and he was like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit, I actually do have a reason to live."
Yeah.
you know. But I mean, as far as vice chief, granted, Rhino went to the island and came back and survived. Right? There's somebody else that did too, and there's somebody else, at least again in this episode, as astute as ever. Why can't Peak be the vice chief? You know,
I know.
He's much
Real.
more level-headed.
She seems like, yeah.
She has a
I think
great
it's time
battle
for
IQ.
Rhino to retire.
Yeah.
It is.
It's time for him to retire.
Should say he's a single mom who.
Single mom who works two
works two
jobs.
Oh shit. So
This is who I'm trying to become. Me looking up at the card titan before she steps on me.
yeah.
They said we've been fed, but we're still hungry.
Oh,
Zyrator says indeed.
Hey.
And then Jacob says too bad.
Well,
Content tariffs.
It was more.
you
It was
guys.
more than we gave you last week.
it
right?
was.
Yeah.
It is more.
It was,
You guys
it was
get
a good
two
chunky
sections
one.
this
It was a
time.
good chunky one.
Yeah.
We felt like you guys earned it this time.
100%.
You guys get a treat.
100%. And so continuing on here, you know, Rhina, despite him wanting to go ahead and die, despite him feeling so defeated, despite him essentially giving up, he still saves Falco.
Yeah.
You know, he still goes out there to you know.
He still understands
Still
that,
does
like,
the
hey,
right thing.
I want to kind of go back to the conversation that Rhina had with Falco about, you know, Falco's cousin, not
Yeah.
cousin. Oh, sorry, not Falco. Rhina's cousin.
Yeah.
yes.
You know, Gabi, like he understands that, like, you know, Falco gives up over on trying to go ahead and acquire the Titan ability and stuff, you know, but then Rhina has to instill in him, like, it's literally an honor. Why are you giving up? Do I need to go ahead and, like, you know, do I need to tell the brass? Do I need to go ahead and let them know, you know, what they're going to go and do to you and your family?
right.
And that's when he's like, oh, well, I mean, I don't really have a chance to go ahead and compete because of Gabi, right? And then that's when he realizes, well, Falco cares a lot about Gabi, right? And I think we've realized too, as we talk about these episodes, it's pretty clear and evident as, like, literally, like, you know,
He gotta cry.
guards over here in Marley, you know, like, and there's other officers over there. They go out there and they kind of see the dynamic. They see that, you know, Falco has a crush over on Gabi. Rhina obviously knows, which is why he's kind of like, hey, how about you go ahead and fight to go ahead and protect her, yeah?
yeah.
You know, and not to say that, you know, Falco doesn't, because literally the first episode he goes and runs after Gabi while Gabi's over and literally in the kind of like line of sight from this other foreign nation. But anyways,
He literally
Point
told her
being-
to her face, I'm working so hard to get this Titan because of you.
yeah.
To be like, because I want to save you.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, exactly. And again, just to go on to explain the dynamics and the similarities, right, of I guess I should say maybe parallels of these characters is what is Gabi doing in this current moment? She is literally
Getting ready to
running
go out to battle.
to the action, right?
He wants to kill Eren Yeager.
She wants to go ahead and kill Eren Yeager, and it's very much the same, like the same kind of like weird determination and well,
It's very
like
Aaron-esque.
Yeah.
very Eren-esque, yeah.
Just very abrupt motivation.
It's very season 1 and 2 Aaron.
yeah.
I'm gonna kill every last Titan.
Yeah.
My throat still hurts a bit from doing her
Yeah,
voice line.
yeah. Do you want to hit
Yeah.
that line again?
No. I'm pretty content with the first way I did it. I'm not
It was
going to do
good.
it again.
That was good. Yeah. So, Rhina saves Falco, and now Falco is trying to save Rhina. He's trying to let him know there's people out there that care so much about you. There are enemies.
Yeah.
And he pretty much lists people that are dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the exception of Gabi.
There's still people
I
out
know.
there.
He's like,
when you
Udo,
were reading that, I
Gabi.
started
I know, you went
chuckling.
ahead, you did a little
Sophia.
chuckle.
You're like,
Udo.
Udo, Gabi, Sophia. And I went,
You're like, only one of those people are alive.
You mean the arm and leg sticking out from under the boulders?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, Sophia was crushed by a boulder and literally
Udo
Only
was
her
crushed
legs
by
are
feet.
showing. She's literally the Wicked Witch of the West right now.
Yeah.
Only
Udo
her
went
legs.
out the way that Dai wants to go out. Foot.
Yeah, foot by foot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Falco comes from a good place. I mean, he's got a good heart.
He does. He's a good kid.
And
Born in the wrong propaganda.
Falco notices the battle that's happening out there. You know, again, as you know, described here, he really sees, you know, the Island Devils for the first time. You know, he goes on to go ahead and see them using their ODM gear. He sees them launching Thunder Spears. against Titans. You know,
Yeah.
it's so when you go ahead and you watch the sequence, right? You essentially see the 3 Marleyan Titan warriors, right? The Beast Titan, the Cart Titan, the Jaw Titan, all kind of like dealing with like their own little swarms of scouts, Island Devils, right? You see like Z kind of just like, he's like trying to go ahead and like swing over at like
I know.
at 'em like
Swatting at flies.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Swatting at some moths.
yeah, and then the Cart Titan, of course, they're trying to go ahead and take out with their heavy machinery. Jaw Titan is there, also trying to go ahead and kind of like leap from building to building, trying to go out there and claw any freaking Island Devil that's over in the sky.
Yeah.
Again, Island Devils are holding their own. Like think about the battle for Shiganshina, right? Like they are much more equipped now to go ahead and deal with multiple Titans than they ever were.
Yeah.
They
Not
know
even just
what they're
multiple
coming up
Titan,
against.
Multiple Titan warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. That's just
They
kind
know
of
what
the
they're up
exclamation
against
there
now.
is that we're not talking about just Titans. We're not talking about abnormals. We're talking about like these are the Titan users.
Manpower Titan.
Yeah.
Even in the Battle to Shiganshina, though, even though they weren't fully prepared, they still held their own. Now,
Oh, yeah.
now we see how they are. That they are fully
They
prepared.
won.
They know what to
overall
expect.
won, yeah.
And they have the fight and the artillery to prove it.
They're
Yeah.
literally off of victory, attacking them in their own home.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that is insane.
And then
Such a good, well-trained squad. Even all
Falco.
these newbies who ended up getting shredded and turned to spaghetti. But
yeah. One of those newbies was literally, as I explained here, was like avoiding, the Cart Titan, avoiding the Jaw Titan, and then avoiding the Beast Titan.
Yeah.
It was cool little kind of POV.
like super skilled. Like these random one-off characters are still super skilled. Just
Yeah.
shows how much thought is put into
So-
the fact that they put adequate training into this to
Yeah.
know what they're going into.
Yeah.
You have to think about how long they must have been training for while Aaron was gone too. They've had years to train.
That
Yeah.
too, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
good point.
Alrighty. So another thing I want to go and mention about Falco was that Falco is also now again.
Is that a Gengar in chat?
yeah, Gengar, Dorito Cat.
Falco goes out there and he witnesses
I don't doubt it.
Aaron's Titan,
Wouldn't put it past him.
right?
Yeah.
He witnesses, as he says, is that Mr. Kruger? No, that's Aaron Yeager.
Yeah.
Right? And he kind of like, feels betrayed because again, he was
Yeah.
used.
You got
100%
played,
he was
bro.
used. And so now he goes out there
Falco's
and
got
he
a really
sees-
soft, trusting heart, and Mr. Kruger betrayed his trust.
Yeah.
And he's hurt by it.
There is no Mr. Kruger.
Yeah. There's only Aaron Yeager.
There's only Jaeger.
Well, there was a Mr. Kruger. There was an Aaron Kruger.
There was. Yeah. I guess in a way, Aaron Kruger still lives through Aaron Yeager.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's kind of
So
like.
technically, Aaron's not lying.
Yeah. That's what we've always
they're
done.
The Kiegers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's always the technically he's not lying.
Technically, he's not lying. He's kind of
He's
telling
just
the
not
truth.
telling the
He's
full
just
truth.
leaving out details.
His
Yeah.
memories are alive.
That's really what he does.
Yeah.
He just leaves out a good amount of the truth, but he's not lying.
So
He did have the letter
He
to
only
his
tells
family.
you 10%.
Yeah, he did need that letter to go out to his family.
The only family he has
He
left.
does have Kruger in his brain somewhere.
all right, for shits and giggles, let's
He
talk
did
about
get it from the ball and glove from a friend. He's not lying.
Yeah, that's very true.
all right, for shits and giggles, let's go ahead and let's talk about the Panzer unit.
I was just thinking if the roles are reversed and they had like their peak was a man and the Panzer unit had these pictures of
harem of
their male commander, how much different that would be,
Oh, yeah.
especially in terms of like you have to remember this is written in Japan. Japan is very subjective of their women.
Yeah.
So of course they're gonna have a very pretty Marleyan warrior peak, and they're gonna put some really cute, pretty little pictures in there to show their appreciation, because you could tell that they really admire Peak.
Oh, yeah.
Have a lot of admiration.
I mean,
for her.
what's not to go ahead and admire? I mean,
Well, aren't
she
they
is a
together for,
badass.
they're normally together out on missions, I'm assuming, for like extensive
Yeah,
periods
like
of
they spend a lot of time together.
Damn.
That's like her
I'm not
squad.
gonna say that on stream. I'm surprised she's not yet.
She is mommy.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, again, Peak, I mean, she is, again, so level-headed. She has great insight. She adapts well over on, in battle. And we talked
She's
about the
got
Cart
some good
Titans.
submissive boys as her soldiers.
Yeah, the Cart Titans' endurance and stuff, is obviously, a force to be reckoned with. And,
Yeah.
you know what? Hey, you strap on some freaking
heavy machinery there. And
You strap on what?
you got yourself.
My peripheral, I saw your eye jump up, and I was like, "Fuck! I should laugh at that."
Hey yo.
You know what?
Hey yo,
That's what it
pause,
is.
chat,
Yeah.
chat,
You
clip
heard it
it, clip
too.
it, chat.
That's what it is. You know. And
But you know what? AJ's speaking facts right now.
I'm just saying that, you know,
Speaking facts, you don't even know he's speaking.
Peak deserves a raise.
Yeah.
Oh,
AJ's
100%,
speaking major
100%.
facts right now.
The-
She deserves a raise.
The HR department and
They don't have one of those.
no, don't worry.
They don't have one of
worry.
those.
It keeps getting worse.
Keeps getting worse.
Phrasing, please.
Yeah. Interesting. Also, in the thought process of horror and basic human insanity, you think that maybe a batshit Eldian slave probably could have attempted to kidnap and eat a shifter for the powers, society for the social standing
For the social
they'd gain from being.
I don't think they'd get social standing. I think they'd be slaughtered and given to the next warrior.
Yeah, they would
candidate.
be immediately.
It really
passed
depends on the
over.
Titan. It depends
Yeah.
on the Titan that they go ahead and acquire.
I mean, if you get the colossal, then you're kind of like holding all the chips in your hand right now.
Yeah.
But
then you also have whatever other Titans that Marley has, they're on your ass.
well, you'd have to hope that your Titan version is smart enough to eat the Titan user,
Yes. Exactly.
which is not going to happen.
And then what are you going to do after you get
But
that
I mean,
Titan?
it-
You have these abilities that you don't
It's
really
happened
know.
before though. It's happened before though. You know, it happened like ironically, like not on purpose, but I mean with, you know, Ymir over on the island of Parody, you know, her pure Titan eating Marcel, acquiring the Jaw Titan ability. I mean, it's happened before, but you know, Ymir decided not to go ahead and
it's
essentially
also a
think of it.
child Titan warrior,
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
an adult warrior.
that's true.
Yeah, and so I mean, I guess in a way it could happen if you're swift enough. You plan it out. You're able to go ahead
I'm
and
sure
kind
it's
of
been
you know.
attempted in the past in the AOT universe, maybe once, and then they were put on display, slaughtered, and everyone else was like, "We're never doing that again."
Interesting. So they follow up with saying, "I feel like they look at you like, oh, you're a weapon now. It's to the front lines with you." I think
Yeah.
that one, I mean, they won't be able to go ahead and trust you.
No.
Yeah.
If you took one of their own, there's no way they're letting you go out there and fight alongside them.
That's what
They
I'm
would
saying.
definitely
It's
try to overtake. Try
that's
to
like
take the
high
Titan ability
treason.
from you.
Yeah.
Like at that point, it's just murder.
Yeah,
like,
that's like if you
they'll
go
just
out
try
there,
you for
let's
murder
say,
of a
you know,
warrior.
you go ahead and you murder the king over in Parody, and you're like, oh my God, I'm the king
I'm
now,
the king
whatever.
now.
Like, no, the government will never allow it.
That's
Yeah,
not really
you know.
how it works now.
Yeah.
But
interesting.
I like where you're going, though. I like
No,
the way you
I
think.
like the questions, and please continue with the questions because
Yeah,
we love to
I
go
like
ahead
the way you
and
think, though.
we love to go
I like
ahead
where
and,
your head is at.
Yeah,
You didn't
100%.
murder him in cold blood. Okay, you got to get your facts straight, bucko.
Yeah,
was
Birdie
not
killed
in
a
cold
lot
blood.
of fucking people. Okay.
yeah. We talked about where Berthold's mindset was.
He was trying to reclaim his home that took his parents and his grandpa.
I think that with Berthold, he made up his mind in that moment, right? He knew he was going to go ahead and kill them. He was not going to spare them. So Berthold was not going to go ahead and just like, all right,
It
you know
was
what?
kill or be killed.
I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, we're going to leave here with Eren Yeager and then everything's good. Like, no. Like, he made it clear, I've already decided here and I've sealed your fates.
Yeah.
You're all going to die. So it's either you give up Eren, right? Peacefully, and you guys die a warrior's death like scouts do, or you try to protect Eren and I'm still going to kill you.
Yeah, and I blow you all up.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was a battle, right? A battle
Yeah.
for Shiganshina is what it's called.
I mean, at the end of the day, the only one at fault is Birdie because he's the one who made it a do or die situation rather than
He
a
decided the
negotiation.
stipulation,
Yes.
you know?
True.
He gave him an ultimatum and they
Yeah.
fucking chose.
Yeah. And he realized he was, you know, he fucked up when he was begging for his life,
Yeah.
you know? And, I mean,
And it's too late.
And honestly-
you already said it.
the one, I mean,
Life on
I
it.
love Armin, but the one who kind of like lost over in that situation was Armin because,
Yeah.
you know, Armin was brought back, which I'm happy about, right? We can go ahead and do the argument about Armin or Irvin, right?
Right.
But at that point, Armin's life changed dramatically. Like he now had the
He got a new one.
tremendous, like he got a new life, but he now has to carry that enormous weight that is, you know, being chosen over Irvin Smith, right?
And being a nuke.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like
that too.
that's another thing I was going to go and talk about. Thank you, Zach, and thank you, Tish. Is that he literally became the one thing that he probably despised, and that was the most destructive weapon that you can go ahead and inherit. Right?
Baby.
You are literally a walking nuke. You gotta, yeah.
What's the past?
Yeah.
I mean, again,
Let me scoot up.
the guy has no freaking ears.
Yeah.
I know.
He has no ears.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah. And so, Armin is my guy. Armin's my favorite character. And
I like how Tish calls him Army. Poor Army.
oh, that's cute. But yeah, Armin, my
He
favorite
just
character.
wanted to
and stuff,
see the ocean, says Tish.
Yeah.
Aw.
Interesting. We have a follow up to the person eating thing. Okay. Weren't all the can you read that?
Yeah, I can do it. Weren't all the aliens kind of brainwashed into worshiping Marlians? From my memory, I feel like they'd be so desperate to fit into the propaganda-filled resume that the Marlians of the Marlians and do whatever they can for the benefits that would go to their family, like Falco and Rhina.
Yeah, you are exactly on the right track there,
Yeah.
and that's why they do it. They do it because they're trying to go ahead and provide a life for their family, right?
It's like a perfect analysis.
But there is very much an aspect of brainwashing there. Like, you essentially are going to school and you're being fed knowledge of like, you need to acquire this ability because there are other threats out there over in these other lands that when you acquire this ability, you need to go out there and you need to essentially wipe them out, right? Marley, they take a lot of pride in their power. And, we talk about the Great Titan War where Marlians, they got their powers because of that war.
Yes.
They became powerful. They were able to go ahead and steal the Titans that they did, right? The founding Titan, King Fritz, went on to go ahead and he fled over to the island of Parody, right? And used that kind of last-ditch effort as the rumbling, as kind of like, hey, you come over here, you try to fucking steal my Titan, guess what? I'll go ahead and unleash these Titans on you.
Yeah.
Right? Although we do learn from the Tiber family that, at least from Willie Tiber, that the king was not really going to do that. It was more of it was a bluff.
There was and
that whoever would have gone on to go out there and take over the founding Titan,
Psych!
he would have, I guess, respected that kind of passing of the guard and so on and so forth, but you're on the right track that like these children are essentially taught to go ahead and worship Marlian propaganda because in order to become honorary Marlians, these aliens need to acquire the Titan ability. They need to go ahead and try to go ahead and become these Titan, it's something where when we talked about earlier about Falco trying to go out there and win this Titan, right? He's trying to earn it so that he can protect Gabi. Gabi tells him like, what do you mean? You're already safe. Your family's safe because your older brother Colt is already going to become the Beast Titan.
Right.
So like Gabi in her mind is thinking like, wait, like if I don't win this for my family's not safe.
Yeah. Like we aren't
Ryan is
good.
on the way out.
Ryan is
I'm
on the
the
way
only
out.
one on the way in. Don't
Yeah.
fuck with us.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's very much instilled in your brain. Like you need to go out there and win this Titan like race to go ahead and
And that's when Falco goes, not if I marry you.
True.
Damn, that was
You can marry in though.
yeah.
I'll let you marry into this.
She's
Yeah.
like, I'm not marrying Colt. I'm not gonna do.
Yeah.
And this is Falco's face.
Yeah, he's like, bro.
Interesting. Jake goes on to tell us his little ranking of characters. He says, all right, so just so you know, in order for me, it's Aaron, Flock, Levi, and then guess who? Birdie. Interesting. I did not think Birdie was going to go ahead and crock the top list there.
Interesting.
Wow.
Very good. Aaron, Flock, Levi, and then Birdie.
Yeah. I still can't believe he thinks so highly of Flock. I really cannot think. I don't know.
But not higher than Aaron.
I respect the loyalty, but he chose the wrong side.
It's spoken like a true Jaegerist.
Yeah. Tish said a little jokey joke. I don't remember what it was.
Armin needed to spam the shit out of that colossal Titan power, though.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm concerned. Hee guys, look, I'm corner. By hand in Nuke City.
Corner.
Yeah, honestly. That's one thing too. Actually, I want to go ahead and talk about when Peak, right? Peak talks about how they can go ahead and take their time because they have the advantage, right? When she's again very very perceptive. She is very savvy when it comes to war, right? her and Porco have, you know, gone on battle many times, right? We're talking about the Panzer Unit. Same thing, Panzer Unit, I'm sure, is the unit that goes on to go ahead and travel alongside, you know, Peak, you know, in these different battles. To the question we got earlier about, like, you know, essentially putting those Titans on the front lines if you steal Titan, like, we find out early on that, one, Commander Magath doesn't like throwing Titans out there.
Yeah.
Unless
That's a
it's
waste
like
of
last ditch
resources.
effort. I need,
Yeah.
you know, we need to go and do this to try to win this battle. Like, Commander Magath does not
Yeah.
want to risk losing Titans.
Yeah.
You know, Peak realizing and being familiar with the ODM gear. Remember, she was there, you know, kind of, you know, espionage a little bit as a scout, you know, feeding information over to the Beast Titan Zeke over on, you know, Island of Parody. You know, she's very familiar with the gear. Granted, again, we talked about how, you know, the scouts have gone on to go ahead and really kind of, you know, go through their training arc and stuff like that, you know, with all these kind of like randoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peak knows that they can't last. The gear that they have, they don't have the resources.
Yeah.
As long as we go out and we stick through our strategy looking at Porco, as long as you stay patient, right? Don't do
Sit,
anything
boy.
fucking stupid.
It's like,
Sit,
fuck, I
Jaw.
literally just told you to not know what you're going into.
And I want to say something stupid as in, like, literally, like, exposing your human body from the nape of your Titan.
Just to
know.
talk to me.
Yeah, just to talk. Like, who's to say freaking, you know, Levi doesn't come over and fucking take his nape out?
I know.
You know?
I know. He could so easily just like, anyways.
Yeah.
Any of them could at this point.
Yeah. Like, Porco is, you know, in theory, he's a cool character because, you know, season 4, we see what the Jaw Titan looks like, you know?
Yeah.
We
Like-
get it. You guys want to give us a cool look at the jaw because you know what happened.
He's got a mane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, the thing is though, is that like Porco, he's just like, you know, he doesn't really
He's a little careless.
think.
He's an acting. He's a reactor, not a thinker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
very much a one-dimensional type of fighter.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that only dimension is all that he knows in terms of
That's true.
the other troops coming in and everything. So
Yeah.
that's his only dimension of fighting.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Once there comes a whole swarm and then Ackerman and all this and then another Titan, he's like, fuck, I don't know what to do now.
Yeah, that's like what Tish said. Tish said, I think we forget that they aren't used to being attacked like this.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Very
100%.
much one-dimensional fighter.
Again, this is the reality check that Porco guy and stuff. So now, like,
He's also
you know,
a little impulsive.
yeah. So again, Peak goes on to go and explain to Porco. There's been a lot of explaining to Porco, and Peak's words are asking Pac, "What are you so worried about? There isn't any need for us to rush this. We have control of the battlefield and its surroundings."
True.
She said, "All we need to do now is tighten our net. The enemy took the field wearing ODM gear, so they have a limited supply of fuel and ammunition. In short, they're stranded in our territory with no support." Now, this is the point I was getting to, right? Talking about, you know, with the same conversation of Armin, right? He goes out and fucking nukes this whole fucking support team, right?
Yeah.
So Peak says that, and the incoming Marlian reinforcements have already surrounded the zone, so there's no escape. Parody never stood a chance against Marley in a proper war anyway. They don't have enough people or resources. And that's where Armin shows up. He does his thing,
Yep.
and Armin hates every bit of it.
Yep.
Yep.
But
I'm so like dumbfounded that even Zeke isn't like
Very astute, Peak. But they still have the colossal Titan.
well, we know
Yeah.
why though. It's because Zeke is playing a role.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, like even just like Peak or
that.
Porco, none of them are like, oh wow, I wonder where the colossal Titan is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's fucking here. So where's he gotta be?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised that no one has brought that up yet.
That's a great point too.
It's like they don't even.
I'm
think-
sure that that's exactly what Zeke's thinking too. He's like,
Zeke's
really?
like-
None of them are going to bring
I
it
know.
up? Cool. My job's easy.
Zeke's like, I don't have to say that I don't see Armin Arlet here. Sick as fuck.
Yeah, none of you do either? Cool. No
And,
one's going to talk about it.
So, kind of to the same point of Zeke playing a role here. What we talked about earlier about Zeke kind of like, you know, trying to go ahead and swat down some freaking scouts.
Yeah.
Zeke very clearly is just trying to go ahead and play the part of being the
He's buying time.
Marlian Titan warrior, the war chief, right? And even when he goes out there and he does his little freaking, you know, when he throws his rocks and shit, like, I feel like he's
just
we've seen how accurate this motherfucker is.
I know.
Over there in Shigashina.
Hit
right?
people off horses and shit.
Yeah, like he's just right now, he's acting the part, right? He's playing the war chief, as I've, you know, already said multiple times, and he's trying to go ahead and be convincing, right? And even like to the first part we talked about with Levi's hesitancy, I kind of also maybe took it in a way where it's like, oh man, do I really have to fucking... Do I have to just go through with the plan? And we're going to talk about what the plan is ultimately when we go ahead and get more details about this. I don't want to go and spoil too much, especially for, you know, one of our friends here that, you know, has only seen essentially, you know, season 1, a little bit of season 1. It's... They're trying to go ahead and play the part, be convincing. Right?
You guys have homework now. You need to watch all of Attack on Titan.
In 1 week.
Yeah. You have
then watch
week.
One Piece.
You have 1 week.
So
good luck.
It essentially ends. Well, I don't want to go ahead and get to an end yet. One thing very quickly I'll say is that, you know, Eren, obviously he's beginning to grow impatient. He sees the Titans are there now over in the battlefield. So he tries to literally just like a fucking apple, just like takes a bite out of the freaking crystallized cocoon. That doesn't work, right? And so it goes to show again, Eren's his development as a Titan user. He goes out there, he just jumps out of his old Titan body and fucking transforms into a new one.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't want to play with this one anymore.
Yeah.
I'll make a new one.
Yeah. I think Zeke's got the ability to truly return to a monkey and choose war instead.
I know. You could have just been a giant ape living in the ape world.
Yeah.
And
then you know, Eren wants to go out there and essentially take that Warhammer Titan ability. All right. And last thing, the episode ends with the rematch. We get to go ahead and see Zeke versus Levi.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool. Awesome.
No Zeke booty this time. Sorry, y'all.
Zeke booty.
This is one of those. What is that audio? If I had a nickel for every time Zeke's butt was out during a Zeke versus Levi battle, I would have 2 nickels, or a nickel. I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
Yeah.
It's like a quote from Dr. Doofenshmirtz where he's like, if I had a nickel every time. It's the exact same thing with Zeke's butt being out during a versus Levi battle.
Just as I got convinced to watch AOT because my friend was like, "There's a big monkey."
There is big monkey.
Big monkey.
There's big monkey. A few pretty ladies.
Sexy lady.
Some screaming. Some cool fighting, and lots of death.
Yeah, awesome.
Have you seen Solo Leveling?
I haven't.
There's a scene in the last episode that came out, and it's just Sung Jin Woo's butt mid-fight.
Period.
Great, just booty.
They just know what they're doing.
Sung Jin booty.
And a short emo king. Just says, yep.
And a short emo king who has OCD.
Yeah, who cleaned. Only one with clean underwear in the entire series, by the way.
Only one.
Jin Woo butt crack.
Yeah. Tissue.
Alrighty, can you hit me with that applause, Lex, for the episode we just covered?
Very, very good. Very good.
It was supposed to be his back. How do you mistake his back for his butt
It was
crack?
supposed to be his back crack.
His back.
Yeah, because
Did he just have a really, really
it's
low
like
butt?
No. It's like the crack starts here and goes all the way down.
Oh, it just goes all the way. So it's like
here.
spine to cheek. He's got one of those plumber butts or what?
Yeah, he does.
Plumber crack, where it's just really high up. You know what I'm talking about, guys. When people got plumber crack, some people just got high crack. Yeah, that's definitely booty crack. His pants are like totally down. You don't bend at your back like that. That's totally a hip hinge, and that's his butt.
Wow.
It's on his back. That's a butt crack.
Why am I seeing Jin Woo's cheeks
I don't know.
all
I'm
over
thinking
my
of.
feet?
I think his name's Dizzy. I think he's the cowboy from Gears of War.
Oh.
Where he goes out there, he just like fucking randomly over on a mission. And then when you have the locust, you're gunning him down. You just hear him in the background goes, I got your back like a butt crack or something like that.
I got your back like a butt crack. Oh my God, you just unlocked your memory.
I think his name is Dizzy.
I think so too.
Interesting. We got another question in chat. You want to read it?
Could you imagine a Titan shifter with the ability to jump into and operate downed Titans if they haven't dissolved yet? Like, jumps from the card Titan that's been destroyed to a slowly dissolving armor Titan, and now you have to fight the armor Titan all over again?
Yeah.
Are you saying that the reanimated Titan gets fully restructured and rebuilt, or is it like they're using the corpse?
I know. I want to.
Because I think it'd be pretty neato to be like, yeah, I can take any like mangled up
Yeah,
Titan
I
Warrior.
can take
and,
anything
like,
dead and
What's,
I'll take over it.
What's the name of the thing from Final Fantasy Freddy's Mangle?
Yeah, mangle.
I can mangle the fuck out of all it. Put them all together.
That'd be
pretty
sick and terrifying.
All these fallen.
Yeah, I can
warriors.
reanimate any corpse ever with my own will.
So Aaron,
Yeah, pretty much. No, he needs to convince Ymir as well.
that's true.
Ymir's the one that's really got to do it.
Until she just gives him control and says, "Okay."
Y'all are gonna let Zachary's brain run wild with all these theories.
That's
what we're here for, though.
I'll be spiraling.
That's what we're here for. Okay. Well, real quick, I want to give a good shout out to AJ again, our host AJ, who
Killer host, man. So
is
sexy too.
always writing all of our scripts. Excuse me, writing all of our scripts. Always
That
reminding
gobby
us.
scream.
I
That
know
gobby
that's what it
scream.
was actually, and always reminding me what day of the week it is, and with your awesome voice acting as well.
Killer narration and voicing.
Round of applause for AJ the host. Gracious host, very gracious host.
Yeah,
Oh.
thank you.
Jacob, you said earlier this episode that direwolves are back. You're fucking wrong. They're not back. They literally just fiddled with some gray wolf DNA that they'd seen in other large gray wolves and made them as large as they fucking could. They are not dire wolves. They still behave like gray wolves and can be tamed. But they're still big ass wolves and they're still pretty sick. Who's number one?
So Zach is number 2 in AJ's fan club.
Who's number one then?
I know who's number one.
There's only one acceptable, three acceptable answers.
It's either Jacob, Zebra Cakes.
Zebra
yeah.
Cakes, dude.
Yeah, there it is.
Thank you.
Zebra Cakes.
I was gonna say
for
Nico
that.
or Blue.
Yeah, valid.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, it's
Okay, good,
Nico's a
good.
close one in there.
Yep.
Nico probably
Alrighty.
is number 2, to be honest.
Zebra Cake said so real.
So real. Yep. You guys ready for some Family Feud?
Oh my gosh, let's do it.
Let's get it.
All right, well, a few rounds before we go ahead and get to an official close. I know you guys are waiting. I promised it, and I know
Anime
I mentioned anime theme, but I looked and I just felt like the anime theme.
They weren't spicy enough.
They weren't. I couldn't. Yeah.
This wasn't good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm cool with whatever then. Let's
All
do
right.
Family Feud.
Here we go. Starting off with, and again in chat, go ahead and help
This is
us
for
out
chat,
with.
correct?
This is just for actually.
Open forum.
Should I do? I'll do what I did last time. I'll start with Zach this time.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. And chat can go ahead and act as like a lifeline if you feel like the answers are, if you feel like it'd be a good answer,
Got it.
right?
Okay, I'm ready.
So Zach's category, or his question, is to say, has 5 answers. It's name something you squeeze to get more out of.
Ketchup bottle.
Ketchup is number 4 answer.
Play-Doh. Fuck. Gatorade bottle?
Cheat with chat. You can phone a friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lemon.
Number 3 answer.
Number 3 answer is a lemon or it's fruit?
It is lemon.
Lemon.
Cheat with chat.
I would have said fruit.
I will tell you that lemon and another thing kind of falls into the same category here. Orange. Thank you, Zebra Cakes. Yes, it would be an orange. It's also there as well.
An orange.
So you're missing the number 1 and the number 5.
What you squeeze to get more of?
I think
More
I know what
out
the number
of.
1 is.
More out of.
Yeah. You're squeezing it to get more out of it.
Oh, dude.
Number 1 answer.
Yeah, toothpaste.
And number 5 answer is also somewhat similar to one of the answers you gave.
Mustard?
Mustard is the fifth.
Mustard.
Yeah. Mustard. Don't be
You guys
silly.
know where that's from, your G.
Jelly. No,
Dish
that's
soap?
the stuff.
A rag.
Sick.
A rag.
Like get the water out?
Oh yeah. You're right.
Like
You're
wring
right.
it out?
Yeah, you're right, baby. You're right. All right. This one
Pretty good.
is for chat, and you just have to name them. So
You got it.
it says, which of the 7 dwarves can you relate to the most?
All right.
And then you're essentially just naming all of them.
Name them off. Which are the 7 dwarves?
Which one can you relate with most? There are 6 answers. Dopey, grumpy, sleepy.
Good.
We need 4 more. I mean, we need 3 more.
Repeat answer.
Happy.
Sneezy.
Sneezy is not one.
Sneezy is not one of them. Grumpy, dopey,
Sneezed.
sneezed.
Sneezy is though one of the, but it's not one that I guess people relate with the
Yeah,
most.
maybe not relate with.
They don't got allergies, obviously.
I guess not. We're missing what, 2? Yeah, we're missing 2.
Zebra Cake.
Yeah, we're
Zebra Cake said one that didn't make it through. It was Coochie.
Gucci.
Gucci.
Pussy.
pussy.
Woozy.
Aaron, Flock, Levi, Eric, Armin. You think they're dwarves?
Well, one of them is
I guess
just called,
technically Levi might be.
yeah, Levi might be. One of them is just called Doc, isn't it?
That is
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Hey, Doc.
And then the
Mopey.
last one is the one who's kind of like,
Oh,
I like how Zach's like,
Bashful? Is that his name?
bashful.
Bashful.
Yeah. That one was just so easy.
I thought that was a reindeer name.
All right, this is for Lex.
Dasher.
Oh,
Ready?
that's
Okay,
true.
I'm ready. I'm not even
5
looking at chat.
answers. What do grandkids like to count on grandpa's face?
Moles.
I'll give it to you. Number 2, spots.
Spots, yeah. Wrinkles.
Wrinkles, number 1 answer.
They like to count on grandpa's
Count
face?
on grandpa's face.
What kind of question is this? They like to count hairs.
That is number 3 answer. You're missing the last 2 now. There's number 4, number 5 answer you're looking for.
They also like to count... What they like to count on grandpa's face?
Cheat with chat. Cheat with chat. Cheat with chat.
Oh God.
Cheat with chat.
Warts? That's
Warts
a thing?
is number 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like skin tag.
Ah, zero cakes.
We already
killing
did
it.
wrinkle.
And the number
eyes.
5.
Interesting.
It's not... Skin tags is not considered... It's going to be the same thing as warts.
Teeth.
Teeth on his face?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
it's
a little concerned. Eyeballs. When you're ready, Lex, I sent you the codes. They were too long to send here. Oh, God.
okay.
All right. Okay, one more.
One more.
The
Things you like to count on grandpa's face.
things you like to count on grandpa's face. Glasses? That's not one of them.
No.
Okay. Blue, be quiet. I can't think right now. I can't focus, dude. Maggots?
That's
No.
crazy.
If your grandpa has maggots on there. War crimes?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I can read them all
Hopefully
over your
there's-
face,
yeah.
Gramps.
Okay.
All the things you did
Wrinkle,
back in
hair,
Nam.
moles, warts.
That's so fucking good.
What the heck else is on someone's face? Pores.
No.
It's 2 for me.
This one is kind of like an add-on. It's something that is left on your face. It's not something that you necessarily always
Already
have on
have?
your face.
That's why I was thinking with glasses, but chins.
Wrinkles, chins.
Wrinkles was already said.
Wrinkles was number 1.
Yeah, wrinkles is number 1.
Yeah.
I said it's an add-on. What do old people put on their face?
Yeah.
Dentures?
No. I haven't seen a grandpa in a while.
I know. I'm like thinking about our grandpa, and I'm like,
Just think of
a tissue?
Just think of a. Oh yeah. What might
crumbs.
Crumbs is the final
Crumbs.
answer. Yes. So
Crumbs.
count the crumbs on Grandpa's face because Grandpa loves
Count
his
the
snack.
crumbs on grandpa's. Who's counting?
Because Grandpa's got a beard.
Yeah.
Toupee. Our grandpa has a full head of hair.
Oh gosh.
Our grandpa's got a full head of hair, and
There
he's
you
like
go.
90.
Scars from a brutal fight with a chinchilla.
All right, Zach, you ready?
I just cleaned out my chinchillas today, and while I was cleaning them out, I had gloves on, and one of them, the feisty one, as I grabbed her to put her into the carrier, she clawed the glove open.
That's crazy.
I didn't even know that they had claws like that. They have like nails like human nails, though. They're like flat against their little things. So funny that you mentioned chinchillas and scratching, because they do be scratching.
What did I do?
All right.
What
Zach,
did I say?
there are 6 answers. Your question is, name
Get in here.
something in your house that's worn out.
The toilet seat.
Toilet seat.
The toilet. The plunger.
Like,
The toilet seat. My mental health. Me.
What's
Hey,
worn out?
hey, cheat with chat. Cheat with chat.
My will to live. Sponge. Sponge.
Is that what you're saying?
Sponge.
The couch.
Fuck.
These are Zach's answers.
Scared now. I got 2 arms.
Come on, Blue Blue. Come here, baby. I miss you.
What might be worn out
Here. Come here.
over
Come
at
on.
home?
You got it. Come on. Come here.
Doormat.
I'll give it to
Think
you.
about some wear and tear.
Rug.
Okay.
Right? Number 1 answer.
Fuck. Couch. Shit.
Couch is a number 3 answer.
Recliner.
I'll give it to you. Chair. That's a number 2 answer.
That's a good one.
You're missing the last 3 answers.
Just heard your elbow crack. You okay?
What the fuck are you guys talking about? Shoes.
You got secrets?
I'll give it to you. Clothes. Number 4 answer.
Oh, you
You're
guys
missing the last 2.
Dishes.
Final error. Lexi, do you have one to steal? Missing the last 2 answer.
The last answer?
Last 2.
Last 2.
Number 5 and number 6 answer.
Okay, I'm gonna. He just kicked my pop filter off of
I
my.
heard that.
A horse! No, it's not a horse.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
A ghost!
Name something in your house that's worn out.
Oh, stairs is a
rat.
good one.
A rat.
Worn out. And we have already said clothes
Clothes.
Rug,
Couch.
couch, chair.
Rug.
and. Okay. Mattress.
Final answer.
The bed.
It's a bed, yeah.
Nice.
And the answer that we are missing is like the first answer that chat had, which
didn't
was
even look at
they
chat.
said me. Number 5 answer is myself.
Myself? Really?
Yeah.
So my mental health was right.
Yeah,
Guess,
so that
yeah.
was basically correct.
Yeah.
Myself.
Good job, chat.
I think Steve would have given it to you.
All right, Lex, ready?
Okay. I have the codes whenever we're ready.
All right. We'll go ahead and I'll give Lexi's gonna get 2 more prompts. Zach's gonna get 1 more. This is your second to last prompt. Chat, help out. Lexi, name something that some people like to sleep with.
Like to sleep
6
in?
with.
Sleep with. A
6 answers.
stuffed animal.
Teddy bear's number 1.
Yeah, teddy bear. People like to sleep with their partner, a person.
Yeah. Number 2 answer. Their spouse/partner.
A pet, a dog.
Number 3 answer. Pet. Lexi's on a roll. Something you said though early on would question it. This does kind of fall under that same category where you said sleep. You said in or with? I said with, but this could be also in. A life-size pillow of Gojo.
A blanket.
That's hot.
White noise phone. Did you say what?
A blanket.
Number 6 answer. Blanket.
Okay.
Nice.
You're missing the.
Things people like to sleep with.
Yeah. This person has to clarify in parentheses says that's what was in the game.
Okay.
Right. So I think this follows along with what you initially first interpreted the question as with sleep in.
Yeah, sleep in, sleep with. Because I was going to say pillows.
That would be correct. Yeah.
Okay,
So now you're just
good.
missing the one that's in parentheses here with that kind of, explanation here. So you have number
Mattress.
1. No, not mattress.
Okay, that's my first ain't.
First,
An alarm.
not an alarm.
Oh, pajamas. PJs.
Yep. That's the final one.
Period.
Nice.
Teddy bear, spouse.
I didn't look at chat
pet,
once. Do you guys see that?
pajamas,
What a G.
pillows,
You guys see that domination?
and blankets.
My outfit for the next day school trip.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. The freaking full-on bedspread. It's so
Yeah.
specific. Multiple
The
people.
Hatsune Miku and friends bedspread.
Undies. God damn, Chad. You guys are crazy.
You guys are so funny.
Yeah, Lexi's on a roll
Multiple
right there.
people
Wow.
says Tish.
All right. Zach, final.
I had a hint because Blue was
Question.
right there,
I know.
Run it. I'm ready.
Name a U.S. city that never sleeps. 5 answers.
New York.
Number 1 answer.
Very good.
LA.
Number 4 answer.
Miami.
I have a couple.
Chicago.
Number 3 answer.
I would've said
You're missing
Chicago.
2 more. City
There's
that
got to be a Texan.
Viva.
Las Vegas.
Number 2 answer. You're missing number 5, which is the final answer. And this one, I'm kind of surprised.
Nashville?
That's a good.
I think that's a good
though.
guess.
Is it
answer.
Texan? No.
It's not from Texas. It's not anywhere in Texas. AJ doesn't know.
Fuck.
Not from Texas. Not from Texas. Getting some good.
I like
guesses.
those. I like those guesses though. They're good guesses.
They're good.
Dallas, New
I'll
Orleans,
just say
Atlanta.
they're good guesses.
Okay, but they're not. They're not it. So don't say any of those.
Washington, D.C.
City that never sleeps.
Yeah.
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Whole fucking state.
I know.
All of these are states except for Dallas.
Or Atlanta.
New Orleans, Atlanta.
I could see New Orleans. Yeah, no. Well, I'm out. That's my third one.
Yep. Lexi, do you have
Got a
one to
city?
steal?
What number is this?
This is the 5th and final.
So we said New York, L.A.,
New York,
Chicago.
Las Vegas,
Vegas.
Chicago, LA.
City that never sleeps is
Pennsylvania? Philly?
No.
it's
City. I'm surprised it's not Miami.
I know
That is surprising.
that it's not Miami. Is it anywhere in Florida? Can you?
It's not.
Okay,
Bro is standing for that shit.
he does that. He's got strong legs.
I
I feel like we're missing like a major
San Francisco? Nope.
city
No.
that doesn't sleep. Is
It's definitely a Western city.
okay? Western. I don't think it's anywhere in Arizona.
When Zach first initially said Washington, I was like, oh, but then he's followed up with DC.
Oh, what's Washington's capital?
I think. Wait, hold on. Let me go
Seattle.
verify. Seattle's. Yeah, that's what it is.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Seattle.
Sick.
Damn.
Okay, hold on. I want to give Zach another one because this one is like perfectly for Zach, I think. All right,
Hey,
Zach.
Gets one more.
Yeah.
Lit.
Besides pirates, name something you might find. You got
Devil
6
fruits.
answers. You got 6 answers.
Devil fruits.
The One Piece. Find where?
It's just besides pirates, name something you might find.
Treasure.
Treasure number 1. For 6 answers.
I think it's gonna be like at the sea. Something you find at the sea.
Yeah.
Just besides.
Fish.
No.
Nah. How many answers are there?
5.
6 answers. You got the number 1 answer, which
ship.
is treasure.
Besides pirates.
I'll give it to you. Number 4, sails.
Okay.
That was my next guess on some real shit.
Yeah.
Oh, find on a pirate ship, I think is what it is.
Besides pirates, name something you might find. Maybe. Yeah, we'll go.
Like on a pirate ship. Because sails.
A treasure map.
Yeah. No.
Devil fruit.
But you would find.
Nami.
You would find. I guess technically you could find all these on a ship. I think there's only one answer. Maybe you don't find on a ship, but
Cannon.
cannon's number 3.
Very good.
A parrot.
No.
Polly.
Sorry.
A wheel.
Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom.
Someone said
Rum.
gunpowder.
Gunpowder.
Pirate's booty.
Bisexuals. All bisexuals are
Rum.
pirates, but not all
The
pirates are
beach.
bisexuals.
Damn.
Scurvy.
Rum.
Scurvy. No.
The
I'm sorry.
Caribbean.
All right, I think that's it for me.
Yeah.
They also said scurvy.
Lex, you have
Copying me.
an answer?
Is there only one more left?
No, we're missing.
We got sails. We got
We got
treasure.
sails, treasure, and
Cannon.
We're missing 3.
Alcohol.
Good guess, but it's not.
What?
Wow.
What kind of fucking pirates are these?
I don't want to be on this
Hell.
ship, bro. What you
Number
mean?
2
A Jolly Roger.
is a Jolly Roger.
Oh my fucking
Number
god.
2 is a Jolly Roger. Good job.
What?
That's actually I should have thought of that.
Number 5.
What the fuck is a Jolly Roger?
It's their.
That's the skull and
it's their-
crossbones.
yeah, whatever their
That's the
little
flag.
symbol is in their flag.
Oh, that's what a Jolly Roger is?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Jolly Roger was literally exclusive to One Piece. I'm not even
thought
kidding
it was,
you.
a
I thought it
pirate?
was exclusive to.
That's
to
all
One Piece.
pirates.
Number 5 was sword,
Okay.
and 6
A musket. Handgun.
Bones.
Okay.
Davy Jones. I thought Jolly Ranchers.
Maybe it's supposed to be like, besides pirates, what's like a pirate representation?
I guess.
Which would be like sails, Jolly
Yeah.
Roger, sword, bones. Got it.
A straw hat.
A straw hat,
Mugiwara.
a sword.
All right, I'm gonna do this
Devil
one because
fruits.
this one is kind of funny.
Nami, my mom.
Lexi will understand the context as to why with the question, but
AJ just wants to be Steve Harvey some more.
and this
he
is
just loves being a
the
host.
final question that we'll have, and then we're gonna go ahead and end the podcast, guys. Lexi's final question here with 6 answers. Question is: name something in your house with 4 legs.
Dog.
Yeah,
Pet.
it'd be pet. Yeah, number 2 answer.
That's so easy, bro.
Is that because
A table.
Lexi has a 3-legged dog.
I know.
Toby.
Not all of ours have 4 legs, okay?
You can't say dog.
One of ours has 3.
Name something in your house with 4 legs. You have the number 2 answer
Table.
correct, which is pet.
Table.
Table's number 1 answer. So you're missing
Chair.
Chairs number 3.
How many are there?
There are 6
6.
answers.
6?
Yeah. So you have the first
4
3.
legs.
Yeah, 4 legs.
Oh, your bed.
Bed's number 4.
Period.
Now final 2 answers.
Final 2. 4 legs. 4 legs. 4 legs. 4 legs. 4 legs.
Cat, dog.
4 legs. 4 legs.
Throwback.
A slave.
A slave?
Right.
Jesus.
4 legs.
What kind of slave? What?
You have 4 legs with your slave?
You're in timeout.
Spider after I crunch
After
time.
Crunch time. Well,
Yeah, he's in timeout. Sub him
you
out.
dish.
4 legs. Table, chair, bed, pet. A tripod has 3 legs. Called tripod for a reason.
Toby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Celestial dragon.
Jesus. Very dead bed.
4 legs.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Cheat with chat.
Sea Putch.
Oh, a couch. A sea punch.
Sea punch. Couch is the 6th answer. You're missing
Sea
one
punch
more.
is my final answer.
You're missing one more.
One more.
Yeah.
4 legs.
My toilet.
Your toilet
Hey,
has 4 legs.
Bathtub?
It could. There
that
are
what you're
4
gonna go
legged
with?
bathtubs.
Do you have any X's?
You have.
don't.
You
Cash
don't
it
have one,
in.
huh?
I don't have one.
An
Bathtub.
air fryer?
Bathtub. Final answer. Okay, my first
Down.
one.
I'll take that X. Don't worry. A pole.
A pool.
4 legs. 4 legs. 4 legs. 4 legs. And pet was 1.
Yes.
Table's 1.
Table is 1.
Pet, table,
That's
chair,
2.
couch, bed.
There's bed, and then 5 we don't know. 6 was couch.
6 is couch and 5 we don't know.
5 we don't know.
Creeper. Oh man.
4 legs. Something in the house with 4 legs.
We keep having air fryer in there.
A very
and,
tall air
You know.
fryer.
Stove.
Lamp.
Lamp.
Is this stove? I mean, I guess they do. A lot of them in Europe do. Oh, ghost. 4 legs. 4 legs.
4-legged ghost.
Frankenweenie.
That's the dog ghost.
That's just a ghost pet.
A ghoul.
What else has 4 legs?
2 people.
Yeah, that's what I was
Mom
thinking.
and
I was
dad.
like, Mom and dad, they both have 2 legs. That means 4. May I ask if it is furniture?
I can tell you that it is not.
It is not furniture. Got it. Okay, let me get my brain out of furniture. Dresser is a good one, but
But it's furniture.
it's not furniture. But it's furniture. Exactly. Spoken like a true poet.
4 legs.
I'm trying to think of a leg as like, what other way could people interpret leg? I'm thinking too hard. It's stressing out the speaker. What else could a leg mean?
Stuffed
4
animals.
legs in a
I will
football
say,
game.
Zebra Cakes in chat says, I'm so dumb. No. Baby.
No.
You did get it right.
No, you're
earlier.
getting a lot of them
No,
right. You're helping me a lot.
She did get the one we were thinking of right early on in chat.
What?
Yeah.
And it's not furniture.
Not furniture.
Scroll up, Zach.
Cheat with chat.
I know.
We got a cat,
I'm a scroll.
a chair, spider after eye crunch time,
What else she say?
bisexuals.
No, that was not one of her answers. Not for 4 legs.
I don't think it was.
You're sure it was zebra cakes?
Yeah. Zach said it, and I would have given the answer correctly if that's
An air
something he
fryer.
said.
Okay. I don't remember what else she said. A skinwalker.
Bed, couch, ghost, ghoul, toaster. It's a fucking toaster.
No.
Is it a fucking toaster?
No.
Spider after eye crunch time?
Poly people, no.
Are you sure she said it?
Yes.
Really?
She said
Zach,
it.
I need you to read it, dude. I need you to read through
Right there.
I can't see it.
I think Jacob's even in caps.
Huh?
A ghoul?
No. Look at what recent chat in caps.
Spider? Bugs.
That is
bug.
correct. Yeah.
A bug.
Bugs.
Said fucking bugs.
A bug.
They have 6 legs,
They
most
have
of them. Most of them
And
have
the
6 or 8 legs.
And the insect that was mentioned has 8.
I know. But the thing is, because it was said bugs.
Bugs?
You know, it was like a spider ghoul.
A rat.
Spiders have
Yeah,
8
yeah.
legs.
How many legs does a fly have? 6?
Yeah. They have 4 to stand with and 2 to...
2 to...
All right, guys, that is what we have for you in
We're
today's
turning into fly people. We're
podcast.
too far in. We gotta end it.
Thank you so much for everybody who stuck around with us. This is fun to be able to go out there and do some games like this. Maybe we'll go ahead and find some more games to
Looking at me
do.
like I'm fucking crazy.
And I appreciate you guys so much again for the support, for just the incredible chat engagement that we had. Can you hit that applause, please, Lex? Thank you so much for that.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
What did she just hit him with?
Get him with that womp, womp,
They're right next to each other, guys. I'm so
You
sorry.
losers!
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that wraps another episode of Attack the Talk. This is season 4 of our episode breakdown discussions. We sprinkled in some Family Feud, which is a lot of fun. And if you guys have any other games you guys would like for us to go ahead and do live over on Twitch, let us know. It's fun to go ahead and kind of
competitive
just
as
do
hell,
some,
so do
some
it.
stuff like this. Yeah, maybe we'll go ahead and we'll look for. Maybe I'll go. I don't want to go ahead and commit to that, but I was gonna say maybe I'll go ahead and I'll come up with the Attack on Titan Family Feud, but I would need probably
How
like
would
a
you
month.
rank it?
I would need a month for that.
You
And
need to
what I
survey
would do is I would go
100
ahead and
people.
essentially come up with my own questions and come up with answers. So it'd be like, instead of like
We would
asked,
have to do a Q&A and see what the most answers are in the Q&A.
That's a good way of doing it. Yeah. All right.
Survey
And
our people.
I did not forget about the codes. We have the
I
codes.
have 'em right here.
Yes, the codes. Lexi's gonna give us the codes
both
very,
of 'em.
very, very shortly. But I do want to say, for anybody that doesn't follow us over on Instagram, Lexi mentioned about the Q&As. Follow us on Instagram at Attack to Talk Podcast. That's where you guys will go ahead and get your updates. We'll go ahead and we'll throw poll questions at you guys, Q&As at you guys, where you guys will be able to go ahead and respond and answer to all of that. And also, if you look over at the link tree. If you look at our bio, the link tree is available there where you can go ahead and see the platforms where we are available. If you want to watch the episodes at a later time, let's say you're not able to go ahead and watch us live.
Maybe
You
you're
want to go
taking
ahead
a
and catch
social
it.
media break.
Yeah. Shout out to Kyron.
Shout out Kyron.
Thank
I
you,
know.
everybody.
Miss you, Kyron.
Thinking of you. You want to go ahead and watch the episodes when they get published over at a later time. Just go ahead and look at the platforms that we're available on. We're available on the major platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're available on YouTube. And shout out to Nate.
We also have,
Nate Plays
Google
Bad.
Podcasts. We have everything.
Nate Plays Bad. Can you get the applause, please, Lex, for Nate?
Can I make sure I'm actually hitting it?
Yeah, Nate Plays Bad goes out and gets the episodes available for publish and works very hard over on our YouTube. And last week we went ahead and we hit 100 subs. We gained another sub since then. So again, you guys are awesome. We appreciate the support. Let's continue to go ahead and grow the podcast. It's fun. It's fun when we're able to go ahead and all link together like this and just go ahead and just kind of just shoot the shit live. I know that it's late for some of you guys, but I really appreciate you guys spending the Thursday nights with us. It's a lot of fun, and you guys mean the world to us. And yeah, it's cool, guys. It's cool that we're able to go ahead and do this and let a badass anime go ahead and bring us together. We get to go ahead and hang out. So again, just super just grateful for you guys. And yeah, alrighty. So Lexi's gonna go ahead and hit us with the 2 codes that we have for this week.
I will.
And then after that, we will say our goodbyes.
Jake says, I have 2 codes. One code is friends. I'm really glad we have new friends, and it's so awesome, and I'm happy we're growing. Crying
love
emoji,
that.
heart emoji.
Yep. Shout out to that.
The second code is anime, because such great stories, and I'm glad I gave One Piece a chance. Love you all.
Good.
And thank you for doing this every week. It really means a lot. Heart emoji.
Thank you so much. Hit that applause
Love you,
again
Jacob.
for the codes.
Of
Jacob,
course.
thank you so much for the
Thank
codes.
you, Jacob.
Jacob,
Thank you.
you, man, you are incredible. You are so loyal. You tune in every single week, and it's been like that for.
One of the codes should be Jacob one of these days.
So Jacob, yeah, future code Jacob. So Jacob, again, shout out to you, man. You are just extremely loyal. You are such, an incredible friend that we have, and man, I'm just thankful for you. Yeah, that's what we got, guys.
Yeah.
I love you guys so much. We are excited to return next week, where we will be talking about the concert that we experienced. Concert's gonna be badass. It's gonna be literally
I
an
know.
Attack on Titan
You guys
orchestra.
are definitely going to see a post or two on our Attack the Talk podcast.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Lexi's the
Because
one.
I'm going to be recording.
Lexi's the one who goes out there and deals with the social media aspect of it, and Lexi, yeah, by all means, go ahead and post. What you deem necessary.
Yeah.
And awesome. Yeah, when Chai said you guys were great. I can't wait to hear about it. Yeah, definitely.
I know.
Cool. And again, guys, you guys are just awesome. And
Thank you to our new chatters.
yeah. I mean, the
Enjoy
thing is,
having
though,
you
is
guys.
that one thing, you guys stick around long enough, you guys are going to go ahead and see, I end the podcast literally every single week with just being like, just showing my thanks to,
Yeah, it's
to all of
just-
you guys. And
He's love bombing you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
so
But it's all
again,
genuine.
Authentic.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I think about where we started this, almost 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. And we started off just, we talked about it, I think last week, where we just placed a phone on the table and we just went ahead and recorded ourselves, right? Just
With pauses every hour.
yeah. And to see where we're at now, we were just strictly audio, right? And so if you go on Spotify or any of like Apple Podcasts, and you go over to season 1, you want to learn about season 1, the audio is going to be, I think, a little bit quieter.
Yeah.
We're going to be much more
It's going to be
formal.
way more chill.
And there's gonna be some like lo-fi like indie music. I think a little bit at the intro.
Love bombing isn't a problem. It's when it stops.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
I
Yeah.
agree.
But we're not gonna be stopping anytime soon, guys. And exactly.
on season 3.
We're literally on episode 7 of season 4.
I know.
Right?
And we
We
almost
split
4
the
years
episodes into like 3 to 4 parts.
So-
we have literally like movies to cover.
I know.
There's a lot of
We have
content to cover,
hella
guys. So
time.
we still have a lot to go ahead and cover, and a lot of time to go ahead and hang out and stuff like that. But again, like I said, I end the podcast just with just saying my thanks and letting you guys know that I really appreciate you guys so much. And again, the journey has been incredible. I'm so grateful for everything that the podcast has brought and is going to go ahead and bring us. You guys are very much a part of the podcast and everything. And you know what? We would not be doing this. We've said it before plenty of times in our past, podcast episodes, but we literally would not be doing this if you guys were not joining us live.
Oh,
Like if it
hell
was
no.
just 3 of us in a room, just doing the podcast and stuff like that, granted, like we would have probably, stuck it out as long as we could. Probably would have finished over at some point in season 3. Yeah. And then, we wouldn't have even made it to season 4. Season 3
April
really.
Fool's joke might not have been a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like season 3 is really when things changed, when we were able to go out there and really get, some really cool engagement from our friends in chat and stuff, and
Because you guys are so cool.
yeah. So, but
And
yeah.
we know that you guys all need to see season 4. I mean, it's just so good. You guys deserve to see this play out.
Yeah,
So-
and if we are your source of AOT, we are honored, and we will do the best we can to go ahead and
because
deliver.
you just never get enough.
Glad
Yeah.
we can scratch your AOT itch.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So this is me, your host, and your friends, just saying thank you. Like honestly, thank you so much for everything, and excited for all the times we get to go ahead and hang out together. So appreciate you guys so much, and looking forward to next week. Be safe, love, and hate. Spread the love and positivity in this world, guys, because we need it. And I'll see you guys next week. All right, bye, guys. Let you guys go and say your goodbyes.
I don't really have much to say. Just enjoy your guys' week. I know I will. And be safe. And be kind to one another. Bye.
I can't think, so I'm gonna let the Lord speak for me. Colossians 3:23-24. Whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance as your reward. You are serving the Lord Christ. Amen. Love you guys. Have a great week.
See you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye,
You guys be
guys.
safe. Love you guys.
Bye.